Welcome to the GameChanger00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger, and today we're going to talk about single Black women in the danger zone. And really, how are they coping with it? How are they dealing with it? And some of the things that makes them unaware or makes others unaware of the dangers of the zone that they're in. Okay, so let's make it happen. All right, listen, with this whole women's liberation thing, even though there's a lot of minuses for women, and I mean a lot, the fact is that you're working harder and you're receiving less. You're doing the same household chores that you once did, and you're maintaining a career. For some of you, you're even having kids, and for some of you, you're even having kids alone. So you increased your workload significantly, and you aren't getting more out of it. Very bad deal. But one of the things that made the deal appear to be enticing was the fact that you can say you have leverage, more leverage than you had before in the negotiation table. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, relationships, and women are more aware of this than men, are a negotiation. At the beginning of a relationship and throughout, it is determined who does what in the relationship and who brings what to the table. That's where we get this whole I am the table talk. So a woman who doesn't have a career and is impoverished, et cetera, has less to negotiate when it comes to the relationship table. Simply does. Sad, but true. And especially that's the way that they see it. So what they do is, and what women's liberation have given women is more time to negotiate. Says, I don't need you, but you need me for sexual gratification. I am equal to you in every single way, but you have a greater need for my sexual genitalia than I do yours. On the surface, that's what it seems like. It seemed like the ultimate leverage. It seemed like the ultimate relationship negotiation. That's the illusion. That's what they were really going for. It wasn't about going for the right to work and do housework. They took a lot of losses for this negotiation right. And one of the things that I shouldn't even say that they have, that they believe they have, or that it's an illusion that they have, is superior relationship negotiation rights. However, the problem lies in this. It's granted you superior sexual negotiation rights. It didn't really grant you superior relationship negotiation rights. What do I mean by that? So even though sex is a part of relationships, romantic relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, etc., 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 relationships is not necessarily a part of sex. That's why we have, pump and dump, hookup culture, etc., etc., etc. You see, with that, it's pretty much even on who benefits in a relationship. So what many women have tried to do was take the leverage that they have in hookup culture and apply it to sex. Or excuse me, and apply it to relationships. See, in hookup culture, a woman who's average at best can get with a six-figure guy to hook up with. They need only wait to his next drought, and he'll eventually swipe right on you on Tinder after, he's been with several of the more attractive women. You have that leverage because you are meeting a need at no expense to yourself, at no cost to yourself, but of great benefit to him. So you have that leverage in that realm. When you try to take that leverage into other realms, like relationships, like marriage, it's a whole different ballgame. And a lot of women have tried to do that throughout their 20s. When we talk about the cock carousel, essentially, these are women who attempted to use their sexual leverage, and they felt so much comfort in that they didn't want to leave. They took so much comfort in just listing demands in a relationship, in a sexual relationships. If you want this pussy, you have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And they got so comfortable with going through the alphabet and exchanging sex for the ever increasing letter on the alphabet. You got to do this, this, and this. Steve Harvey told me you got to wait 30 days. You got to open the door. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to jump through hoops. And they just got so, and men do it because basically you're exchanging sexual gratification which, from the appearance always benefits the men greater. So they got so used to having these men jump through hoops. They got so used to being the lion tamer or the tiger tamer that they forgot how to seduce a man for long-term relationships. So then they find themselves in their 30 and they're single and they want to negotiate for a relationship and find out it's far, far, far different than negotiating for sex. And if you don't believe me, if an average woman, walked up to a guy, walked up to me, for example, and say, "Hey, would you like for me to suck your penis?" I'd say, "Why, yes, I do." If she got down on one knee and say, "Hey, would you like for me to suck your penis?" I'd say, "Well, yes, I do." And then if that same average at best woman came to me and said, got down on one knee and say, "Hey, would you marry me?" And I say, well, "I most certainly would not." You see, one is an offer that you can't refuse. The other is an offer that you are likely to refuse. And really, you can't not refuse. They're not used to negotiating in that realm, and some of them flat out refuse to. So, about 3 weeks ago, I'd say, I came across this video about this Black woman who was really opening up. She admitted to herself and to others that I hate being single. It's awful. It's terrible. She was in tears. She just opened up and said, "Listen, this is not the life. I made mistakes when I was young. I'm not going to do that again. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sick of being lonely." Like the song, "I'm so sick of being lonely." She admits that. In admitting that, you lose the leverage that one would gain in the pump and dump or the hookup culture realm. You lose all of that. Now, you do gain the fact that you are a more reasonable person in the other realm, in the long-term relationship realm. That you're a sensible person who is looking for a regular negotiation relationship. So it's a give and take, but a woman has to come to that realization before she can have a sensible negotiation for long-term relationships, or else she is going to talk to you and treat you like you're just a man looking for some pussy. And basically, men aren't going to go for that, especially men who are looking for long term, because they don't want to spend the rest of their life chasing pussy that they're married to, constantly negotiating and going through the alphabet for that. Like, if they wanted that, they would have remained single. So that video that I was looking for seemed to have been taken down. Unfortunate, but these things happen. She probably took it down because she found a guy, or she probably took it down because the sisterhood urged her to do that. In my attempts to refined that video, I came across a bunch of other women, Black women, who are also single in their 30s. Now, I want y'all to note a common thread in their behavior. I'm going to go across 3, and I'm going to try not to, because I know I take a while to go over a video. I'm going to try not to do it so long, because I want to keep my videos shorter. But I do want to cover this in depth with as many people so we can see the pattern of behavior and understand better what they're looking for. Okay, so now this woman here, the title 30, single, and the real reason of my season of singleness. And by season of singleness, she's talking about 5 to 8 years. Now, this is the only video of hers that I've watched, but I looked at the title of it, and she's been at this for a while. This video is 2 years old. She's been at this for a while, and she seems to have very similar videos over and over again about why she's single in 30 or in her 30s. So I'm going to break down this video, and then I'm going to do a couple of others. All right, so let me put up the fair use banner because this is fair use. There we go. All right, and play.
Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I am Darla and you are tuned into the 30 Journey. So guys, if you are back, thank you for coming back. If you are here for your first time, I really want to let you guys know that I truly appreciate you for coming to follow my channel. And
All right off the bat, she's either calling women guys, which means that she is heavily influenced by feminists, or she assumes that her audience is predominantly men. And she understands that her audience is gained through seduction, not genuine interest, and she's okay with that.
subscribing, and because my subscribers are growing, it's awesome. And I think I will meet my goal before 2019. So I'm really excited. I'm so happy that you guys are loving the content so far. I'm loving the feedback. Please don't stop. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to support me right where I am, because that means everything. So let's get on into this video. So one of the things that I am really not vocal about is my season of singleness, even in my real life, because I noticed that when I have conversations about this, guys, there are so many people who just want to automatically put you in a box just because, or they think just because you're single, that you're not happy and that you are,
Okay, so she says that people put her in a box and assumes that just because you're single, you're not happy. Now, happy is a grading scale. It's not like an either or thing. You are happier than some who are single and less happy than most who are single. However, one thing that you and the person and the people who give you these criticisms can agree on is that you would be happier in a relationship. Stop trying to paint the narrative that, oh, I'm so happy because I'm single and look at my earrings. Like, a person with these earrings don't need a husband and children. I have these earrings and look at this. As long as I have these earrings, I am happy. Who needs a loving husband and kids and a Christmas tree with presents underneath and the kids waiting for it on Christmas? Who needs that when you have these earrings? Ladies, it's okay to lie to yourself. It's really not, but it's your problem if you do that. But you're lying to everyone when you say this crap. When you try to paint the narrative of, oh, I'm a happy single woman. I'm so happy. Look at me. I'm so happy. You see these tears in my eyes? These are happy tears. I'm so happy. No, you're not. Now, once again, it's a grading scale. It's not either or, and it's not saying that if you were in a functioning relationship that you would receive ultimate happiness. But right now, at this stage in your life, you feel unfulfilled. But you don't want to admit that you feel unfulfilled because you lose that relationship negotiation. It's kind of like going to a car dealership on the bus. You know, you're going to say, oh yeah, I'm happy riding a bus. I don't need a car. I'm happy riding a bus. Because you want to negotiate the best deal. So she's saying this to negotiate the best deal. But really what people are doing is just ending negotiations. She's literally pricing herself out of the market, pretending to be happy being single. She wants Mr. Right, Mr. 666 to come up to her, and she still says, oh, well, I don't need you, even though you want that penis. You want that penis. You're like, oh, I don't need you. I'm perfectly happy right now. So you're gonna have to open the door and blah blah blah. All right, so Aizen, it says salute Game Changer, peace to you in the chat room. I appreciate you, brother.
You're lonely. You're like, this is. I'm gonna tell y'all what I get. Oh, you're single. Oh, someone will love you. It's okay. You're beautiful. It's coming. You'll find someone. I promise. It'll be okay. Are you okay?
Now, this is basically what people are saying to be nice. This is what people are saying to say, listen, you shouldn't be single with your looks, and it's okay because somebody will come for you. But from what I've gathered, just from watching this video, you try to leverage and negotiate everybody that comes your way far too much, and they eventually leave. And that's been going on for the past 5 to 8 years.
Y'all, I won't be like, sis, I know. Hello. And that's not to be all like, I'm just so this and that or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to fake humble just.
I'm going to rewind this because this is something that's very important. But I want to say this. Notice how, and this is something that's, I don't want to say unique in the Black community. Well, it is unique in the Black community, but it's something that really holds us back. That none of the women saying this will ever hook her up. And vice versa. Vice versa. See, women like that are not your friends, ladies. Women who say and do stuff like, oh, you're single, you're so pretty, and don't worry, your day will come, and blah, blah, blah. The next time, ladies, the next time a woman says that to you, be like, hey, find me some dick, bitch. How dare you? You're telling me that you don't have brothers, you don't have cousins, you don't have coworkers, you don't have somebody out there that want this? If you think I'm so pretty, then find me some. I want everybody to go out on a quest to find me some. You seen the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin when they realized he was a virgin and everybody went out on a quest to get him laid? That's what I want you to do. I want each and every single one of you out on a quest to find me some penis. Penis. That's what you should be telling these chicks. I don't want to hear your sympathy. If I'm so cute, find me some penis. Hook me up with your brother. Hell, hook me up with your father. I don't care. Find me some. But they won't. Because they enjoy just saying that. Let me continue.
Just because y'all know the gay diverse. Y'all know. But at the end of the day,
all right, I'm going to go back a little bit because this is the crux. This right here, what she's about to say, and she's going to gloss over it, but this is the crux of why she is single.
to be all like, I'm just so this and that or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to fake humble just because y'all know.
Okay, she said, I'm not going to be humble. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be humble. No matter what, you see, that's the thing. It's a matter of pride to them. That's why they will not try to lose the negotiation leverage that they had in hookup culture. They don't want to admit that they have lost negotiation leverage. She refuses to be humble, period. That alone, that thing right there makes her completely unqualified for relationships. I don't care how attractive a woman is. Halle Berry, That didn't help her. Being Halle Berry fine did not help Halle Berry herself, did it? Until a woman is willing to humble herself, she will be at a loss. She says, under any circumstances, I am not going to be humble. Once again, we're going to do a slow motion on that one because it deserves it. And because she tried to edit it out. She tried to cut to the next scene. She tried to hide the fact that she said she refused to be humble. Everything else that happens after that is on you. If a woman refuses to be humble, everything else that happens in her life after that is her fault. I'm not going to be humble. Well, you're going to be single. What did Kevin Samuels say? You're going to die alone. Hold on.
I'm just so this and that or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be humble just because,
I'm not going to be humble just because. She didn't even complete the sentence. She was hiding the fact that she was refusing to be humble. She refused to submit and she refused to get sandwiches. She will be single till she dies. Or until she, humble herself. But even in her humility, she's just starting. She's 30 something. She's already in the danger zone. She'll just be starting and she haven't started yet.
know the gay divers. Y'all know. But at the end of the day, I'm not concerned with being able to find a man.
You are concerned with being able to find a man for long-term mating. You're not concerned with being able to find a man for short-term gratification. You are highly concerned with being able to find a man for long-term mating. Listen, I know you. I know your type, love. You go to like your sister's house for Christmas and watch her kids play. And watch, her and her husband and stuff like that. That's what you do. You're the single auntie and you are trying to pretend like, oh no, I'm not concerned with, yes, you are. Yes, you are. That is your biggest concern in life right now. While you're trying to fake fearlessness in everything, you have a huge concern and you won't admit it because you feel it makes you weak. It feels like it makes you feel like you have to humble yourself, and you do. And you do. When all is said is done, you're going to say, oh, I don't have to humble myself. Well, don't. And see what that leaves you. See what that gets you. And you're going to watch. You're going to watch as your friends' children and, their children grow up, graduate high school, college, and get married themselves and have kids themselves. You're going to watch that and you're going to really say, you know something? I should have humbled myself a long time ago. I should not have been so proud.
Or anything like that, sis. Hello, I'm good. However, it's always this like I'm missing something. It doesn't matter what I'm doing in my life, what I've accomplished, who I am as a person. Like that never plays a part. At the end of the day, guys, I get it, but it is.
Okay, what this chick doesn't realize is just because you have something doesn't mean you're missing something, or doesn't mean you're not missing anything. Like I have this, this, and this. Yeah, but you're still missing something. That's what missing something is. No matter what you have, you're still missing something.
so frustrating. Like, it is so frustrating that my whole identity lies in if I have a man or not. And it is so annoying. And I know that there are so many 30 somethings that don't have kids, that are not married. There are a lot of women who are married to their careers, married to building their businesses and brands. Hello. And they are trying to continue.
What was that? What was that? What was that? Hello. What was that? You're married to building your brand? You're married to your career? You're proud of that crap? You're actually proud of, oh, I'm married to my career. I'm building my brand. It's people who are building families. And they're still building their brand. Like, that is their brand. Their family is their brand. See, she's telling herself these things as she's telling us. Now, also take note that she says there's plenty of single women in their 30s, which means that she takes comfort in knowing that she's not alone in being single in her 30s, which means that every opportunity she has, she will convince others to be single in their 30s. She will not, just like her friends don't help her find happiness, she will not help others find happiness, because the more women in their 30s that are single, the happier she is. She need that. She need that companionship. She needs that external validation. She needs the other women to come up and say, you know, oh, yes, we're single and we're together and we're waiting to exhale. So let's do a slow motion hug on New Year's. As opposed to kissing, you know, somebody on New Year's or fucking somebody on New Year's. We're going to do a slow motion hug and we're going to listen to music and by the fire on the street corner. That's what we're going to do. And the more women I can get in this slow motion hug, the better.
Continue to focus on that and not let that hinder them from being defined if they are happy or not. It's so annoying having to deal with that on a almost daily basis, because of course there's no wedding ring here. There's a band, but once again, I'm married to my business. So
bullshit. You're not married to your business. If you were married to your business and you are seeking, because you are in the market, you are looking for a companionship. You are looking for that 666 dude. So what, are you cheating? Are you looking to cheat? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're not married to your business. You're not married to your career or anything like that. Like, are you looking for another career? If another company came and offered you a better deal, you would take it. You're not married to it. It's not your husband. It's just your replacement. It's just a false substitute. It's an imitation. You know, as Kevin Samuels would say, it's your dog. This is what you're using just to try to maintain some type of brave face.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, it is really a struggle, because a lot of people want, once again, to put you in that box. And just because you don't have a man, it's like you're not happy. And that could be the furthest thing from the truth. So, the first thing I want to say.
By the way, generally when women over-exaggerate, they're lying. When they say it's the furthest thing from the truth, really? No, you're lying. Except that she's not. Except that she's not.
To you guys, to give you encouragement through this season, is to realize that singleness is a gift. God created.
Now she's just going off the rails. Singleness is the gift, is a gift. Singleness is a gift. God gave me the gift of dying alone. Now she is just going off her rocker right now. She is on some, I don't even know what to call that. She's on some delusional stuff. That's like an incel saying celibacy is a gift.
Single human beings. He didn't create us joining together by the hip. My foundation.
God created us as single human beings. God didn't create you with a career, but you went out and got that. God didn't create you with like a sandwich or anything, but you went out and made one. God didn't create you with Wi-Fi, but you went out and got that, obviously. He didn't create you with a YouTube account. God created us to be single. What the hell? What the hell? So God created us, even though he says be fruitful and multiply, even though he says that, she interprets be fruitful and multiply as, oh, God said blah blah blah, or God created us to be single. He talks about marriage throughout the whole Bible, but he created us to be single. You are delusional. Y'all see this? This is the type of stuff that women like this like to spew. This is what they do when they're in the danger zone and they are still single. When you are in the danger zone alone, you come up with all sorts of coping mechanisms. And this is the stuff that is running through her brain as she's single. Every time she cries into her pillow, she cries in her pillow every time she does that. She tells herself something. It's okay because God made us to be single. Hurambee says, worst woman alive, and it's not even close. She's yeah, there's a lot. I mean, the only reason why I don't want to give her that title just yet is because I have other videos. I have other videos of other women who are also in their 30s and singles. These are the women that are in the danger zone. And instead of for actually being humble and developing a sense of urgency like a normal person, they still want to hold on to that leverage and says, God wants us to be single.
Is deeply rooted in my spirituality and my relationship with God. So if that's not your, your MO, that's not how you live in your life, then my channel and my videos are not for you. Because honestly, this is in the forefront of everything for me. Everything comes back to my relationship with God because that is who is leading me at the end of the day.
Okay, she says that, but the truth of the matter is everything comes back to her relationship with God because that's the only relationship she's in. That's the only relationship she's in, and it also gives her an out. Look at this chick. Look at this chick. Why do women say that like it's a novel idea? Like somebody just invented interracial dating when they invented the iPhone, the iPhone 8. Like, why is it that they feel like that's a new bright idea? And why are you under the impression that she don't interracially date? Sharlene, you have an empty vagina. There isn't a penis in it of any color. It's empty. Open it up all you want to until you humble yourself and learn to get a man a sandwich and make yourself as desirable as possible to any race of men. It don't matter. That's like the homeless. That's like the homeless saying, oh, well, as soon as I open myself up to other cities, I'll find a job. What? What? Go ahead. Open yourself up all you please. It won't help. No, what's going to help her is some humility and some head and some sandwiches. Damn it, you. She's not coming from a place of need. It makes her more desirable. My vagina is whole. I get 9 inches now. Prove it. Prove it. Come on the show. Come on the show, and I want to speak to Mr. 9 inches. I want to speak to Mr. 9 inches. Prove it. Yours is empty. The 9 inches that you get is plastic. I want you to prove. I want you. No. If you had 9 inches, you will be on it right now. It is empty. And you know it is. And you know it is. Prove it. Prove it. You have no penis available to you. God damn it. And we're talking about relationships. We're not even talking about hookup culture. We're not even talking about hookup culture. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about like, do you have that penis exclusive to you, keeping you warm at night and fulfilled during the day? That's what we're talking about. You have nothing. You mean to say you are?
So that allows me to see, that God gives us an assignment before he gives us an assistant. And me being a
God gives us an assignment before he gives us an assistant. Okay. For one, that don't make no damn sense. For two, she looks at men as assistants. You are my assistant. You assist me. I have an assignment. What's your assignment? Yes, God gave you an assignment, and that assignment is get me a motherfucking sandwich. That's your assignment. Get a motherfucking sandwich. You find a penis, you give it a sandwich. That is what he assigned to do. He made Eve to get Adam a goddamn sandwich. It even says that in the Bible. In Deuteronomy, Psalm, chapter 21, it says, "Give me a goddamn sandwich." Bitch.
single whole person, yes, whole, because when you feel as if you need someone else to complete who you are, you're not finding that you are complete within God. Most of my 20s, I was always in relationships. Like, I was that girl who just always wanted to be in a relationship because...
And you see, just as I described, in most of my 20s, I was always in a relationship. I was that girl that just needed to be in a relationship. Yeah, I know, because you, during hookup culture, you get relationships under your terms. Because you're giving something sexually and you're not asking for anything in return, you can dictate the terms under which it happens. You enjoy that. And then later in life, you try to bring that condition to long-term relationships, and you failed. You're not used to humbling yourself. You're used to pussy beggars. You're used to guys begging for your slit while you stand there and receive the praise and you say that this is what God wanted. This is what the Lord wanted. Being single is freedom. I know. And that's the problem. Listen, lie to everybody else, Sharlene, but I have a thinking brain. And you want to know what it tells me? And you want to know what I know about you empty vagina women? Is that as much as y'all don't want to be free, it is not in your nature to be free. It is in your nature to walk around with a matching bra and panty set on, waiting for me to get hungry again so you could get me a goddamn sandwich. That is your nature. So yes, being single is freedom, and you hate it. You hate it. You hate the freedom of being single. You wake up each and every single morning like, what am I going to do? I'm single and I am unhappy. I wish I had a penis to get me a sandwich. To get a sandwich too. But you want to hold on to this persona of, oh, I'm so strong. I'm so strong. You're strong enough to get me a motherfucking sandwich. And match your bra and panties. When you do it, make sure it's part of a set. Why in the fuck? Get the shit right. And I don't care if you out dating and you plan on fucking somebody that day. Match it just on spec. Match it even if nobody sees it. Have something sexy even if nobody sees it. It's good practice and it reminds you that you are a woman. God damn it. Being single is freedom. Yeah, it's the free. It's the freedom to determine what type of sandwich you make yourself. How is that freedom treating you right now? Hey, 9-inch penis. You have nothing. You have nothing. The only meat you get is the meat that you put on the sandwich that you make for yourself. God damn it.
It just kind of gave me that sense of security. It was definitely my lioness blanket at one point in time. Like that's what defined me, you know, like being in a relationship. And now, girl, what? Who go? You want me to do what? And then
You want me to do what? You see, why is she just having an imaginary conversation or an imaginary conversation with somebody? You want me to do what? I want you to do everything. Everything. All the shit in your imagination that you think that you worry that a man wants you to do, I want you to do it. He want me to stick it in where? Everywhere. I want you to do each of those things. That is what humility feels like. It feels like a big penis everywhere, and don't say you don't like it. Damn right. And until you do right by my penis, you will suffer. You will suffer the plight of the freedom. You will suffer from freedom. You were not born to be free. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Out here in Vallejo, and I'm not in Vallejo. I'm just saying, like, in the city of Vallejo, that's in California. For people who are in who are in Northern California, know what I'm talking about. There's a Six Flag here, there, and it used to be a Marine World. It used to be Marine World. It used to be the place that you go to see like the whales and the dolphins and stuff like that. It used to be like an animal place where they had rides and stuff too, right? In 707. And my father took me. They called it Marine World Africa USA because they had animals there from Africa, right? And amongst the animals, they had two things there. They had a camel and they had an elephant. And they were all just circling around this merry-go-round thing, right? They were chained to it and they were circled around the merry-go-round thing. And the white guy asked my dad, which one? And my dad asked me, which one do I want to ride? And I said the elephant. Now, had I known then what I know now, and I couldn't because I was a kid, but had I known then what I know now, I would have said the camel. Because you see, some creatures, some species were not meant to be ridden. They weren't. Some things were not meant to be ridden. And you want to know what I've come to learn about the nature of certain animals? That camels was made to be ridden. Part of the reason why it has a hump is for me to ride it. The camels are meant to be ridden and elephants are not. Horses are made to be ridden and zebras are not. Dogs are made to be put on a leash and walked around, and cats are not. Dogs aren't happy when they're free. They're happy when the owner comes home with sausages, with bacon, with real bacon, with the bone from the T-bone. That is their nature because they're dogs. It is in a woman's nature to get me a motherfucking sandwich. So this chick right here, she may talk like, oh, I'm above doing that and I don't do that and blah, 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 blah. You are a dog trying to walk human. Okay, you are a dog that's trying to walk on his hind legs like regular people and try to use his paws to do stuff and it all goes wrong because you're a dog. All right. And no matter how good you are at walking on your hind legs and doing human stuff, at the end of the day, your job, your duty is to get me that booty and a sandwich. And that's why you're not happy. You are not a wolf. You are not a zebra. You are a horse. And horses were built for men to ride them. And you were built to be ridden. Zebras were not. Zebras were I don't know. Zebras are strange, but that's why nobody rides them. You are a horse. And the reason why is because you're upset because you're out there with the zebras and you think you're a zebra, but you're not. You're a horse and you're supposed to be ridden. Period.
It started being more so of a pride thing. It started being, you know what, relationships are hard. I have to give so much of myself. I'd rather do this single thing.
Y'all hear that? Okay, here. I'm going to read this super chat. I appreciate you. It says King Gig. It says in sandwich makers we trust. Exactly. Because if you ain't fucking sandwich makers, you're not effing shit. What use is a woman without a sandwich outside of hookup culture? See, that's the thing. Outside of hookup culture, what do you have to offer? And that's what women have to ask themselves. And if your answer isn't, humility, and sandwiches, oh, then you are at an extraordinary disadvantage. You are at an extraordinary disadvantage. When a man says, "What do you have to offer me?" and you say sex, it's like, listen, you're offering the same thing in hookup culture. You need humility and sandwiches. Period. Appreciate the super chat, Melody. The sandwiches. Yeah, I appreciate it. Everybody likes sandwiches. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You see, here's the thing. Oh, I don't like sandwiches. I love French food. Well, guess what? If you take French toast and French fries and you put them together, that's a sandwich. It's a sandwich with French toast bread and French fries innards. It's a sandwich. I don't like sandwiches.
The single thing is just what works for me. I'd rather do it. And it started to become more of me being single to avoid being in a relationship. And that is not healthy either. So I really had to find a balance when it came to single versus being in a relationship and really figure out what I wanted for my life. Okay, so your girl has been single for, brace yourself, sis. I've been single for 5 years. I know.
She has been single for 5 years. The last time she was in a relationship, the president was black. She has been single for 5 years. And she refused to humble herself. You must be humble in the face of penis. Stop telling yourself that you're happy. Stop telling yourself that everything is good, that I'm strong, I'm married to my career, I'm married to Jesus. Stop telling yourself these things and start telling yourself that you need a man and the penis to which is attached to. Start being honest with yourself, and the universe will provide you with a penis. Not mine, but a penis. I'm not talking about just sex. I'm pretty sure you have no problem getting that. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about somebody to eat your sandwiches every day. I'm talking about somebody to kiss your cheek. Somebody to spoon you. Somebody who kisses the top of your head with minimal effort. See, that's what you want. Somebody who hugs you without grabbing your ass. That's what you want. You must humble yourself in the face of that. Somebody to eat popcorn with. A relationship that lasts longer than your next monthly cycle. That is what you yearn for. And just like you humble yourself before the Lord, you must humble yourself before the penis in order for you to sustain such a relationship.
Not 5 months, 5 weeks, 5 years, honey. That's a pretty long time. Yeah, that's a pretty long time. But at the end of the day, honestly, I would say the first couple of years probably were a lot of getting old.
I've been single for 4 years. Your point is, I think it's self-work. Getting in tune with yourself and being happy with oneself. That is bullshit. But what the hell? That is bull. You need to find yourself a penis. You need to find yourself a penis. Getting to know yourself. What? You are a person that's been talking to yourself for 4 years straight. You think that each and every single day of speaking to yourself is making you a better person? Get the fuck out of here. Find yourself a penis and submit to it. All right? You need dedication. You need dedication and discipline. Each and every single day, you have to work on it. You have to work on it. I want you. I want you to do crunches. I want you to do crunches at 4 crunch intervals, thinking about the penis. One, 2, 3, 4. I will do more. 5, 6, 7, 8. I won't masturbate. That is what you need to do. You need to run more. You need to take hair vitamins and get realer hair. You need to find all the stuff that men like and do it rigorously. Rigorously. I don't even know what I like, but I know when I like it. You must tap into your womanness. And I'm talking about the non-sexual things that men want. The other shit. The stuff that make men go crazy. I don't know how to make a man go crazy. I just know I went crazy. When I smell that perfume, I don't know what the name of it is. I just know I like it. Figure it out. Figure out what I like. And give me it.
Over some things and really, really putting my life into perspective. And the last 3, a lot of unpacking, a lot of growth, a lot of really just learning who I am as a person, as an individual person, learning about yourself.
Dang! It took you 5 years to learn who you are as an individual person. Like, it took. What the hell? So basically, there are people who with high school diplomas who learn how to build robots in 5 years. There are people who become brain surgeons in that time span. There are people who actually become rocket scientists in that time span. And you're figuring out yourself, the person that you are. I hate that. I hate that people say that, oh, I'm finding myself, as if it's some like type of lifelong journey or something like that. You're already there. You know what I don't like? I don't like that English is taught in high school for 4 freaking years. It's the language you already know. You already know it. It's the closest language to you. Why are you taking 4 years of it and then another year in college? That should be the one that you know best, and yourself should be the person that you know best. And what were you doing before that? Like unknowing yourself? Really, your whole life is getting to know yourself. But you could do that with a penis inside you while getting a sandwich. You want to get to know yourself? Get me a sandwich and see and then know how much you like getting it. Know that about yourself. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it when people, that's like me, 47 years old saying, "Oh, I learned something about myself. I like Laffy Taffies." What the hell? No, you are just trying to compensate. You are this is a coping mechanism. You are trying to cope with the fact that you went empty vagina for 5 years.
Is one of the most beautiful journeys in being single. And I think that is
Being single is a journey to nowhere. They like to make it seem like that they spent the time on some fucking Daseem, meditation, and they just sit Indian style in the yoga position, and all of a sudden they levitate, and that's what they learned in their solitude. Or they become kung fu masters that in the 5 years that they were single, they climbed up a mountain and seen some Asian guy or some Oriental guy with the long white beard that's a kung fu master, and that's how they spent their 5 years. You didn't do nothing. You didn't know anything about yourself that you didn't know 5 years ago, and your vagina's emptier. Just emptier. 60 eggs wasted. 60 potential babies wasted in that 5-year time span. $60 fresh good eggs gone down the tampon. Michael Ross, thank you. I appreciate you, bro. All right, let me see. Who else? And I don't even mind that because they're yours to waste. But you are trying to convince others that stuff like this is normal. It is not. It is not. I need an artisan level handcrafted sandwiches. GameChanger probably. Well, I mean, no, it's not about the quality of the sandwich. It's about the humility. It's about the humility. You must humble yourself. That's all I'm saying with the sandwiches. You must humble yourself. These women are refusing to humble themselves, and they wound up. And this happens to all women on the looks spectrum.
Another reason why I really enjoyed this season of my life. I don't think that there was really a time where I really sat down and started to pick apart who I was as a person, and not only that, who I wanted to be. And in doing that,
yes, it was. You did that your whole damn life. When you was a kid, you sat down and said to yourself, what do I want to be when I grow up? Stop the bull. Stop the bull. Stop saying that there's some type of introspection. And even if there was, how long did it take you to do that? Like, how long did it take you to sit down and figure yourself out? 5 minutes? You've been penisless for 5 years. 5 years.
I was able to see exactly what God wanted to show me, because I wanted to see who He sees me as. Not.
Oh my God, stop trying to pretend like you understand anything about God. Just stop it. Listen. And this is what humility is. Understand that you are not it. All right? I want y'all to think, like, from a dog's point of view, right? From a dog's point of view, human beings live forever. They live forever. Like, the dogs will say to their great grandkids that, I knew this person when they were a baby and they're only 40. From their point of view, human beings live forever. They control the weather inside their own homes. They master fire. And they create vehicles and stuff like that. Do dogs try to attempt to understand it? I try to see it from a human's point of view. You are a fucking dog. It's magic to you. Just know that I got this. I'm the human. I'm the one with the thumbs and shit. I got it. You don't. You sniff my booty and you eat my food. And you hump stuff. And I ain't never neutering a dog. That's everybody else's problem. Fuck that.
Who the world sees me as. And once I started doing that, there was really a time in my life where I really started to pick apart so many different things. Insecurity.
Oh, you see, I gotta go against you, brother. I gotta go against you. Because he did speak to Eve. Oh, wait, my bad. This one. Yeah, I got to go against you because he did speak to Eve. I have the Bible right here. And look, this is what it says. Get Game Changer a sandwich. And here's what else it says. Hold on. No, that's not it. Hold on. Let me find it. And the Lord God said unto the woman, what is this thou hast done? And no, wait. Did eat. Hold on. Verse 16. It says, unto thy woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, and in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be for thy husband. Now listen to what God is telling Eve. Thy desire shall be for thy husband. This chick desires for thy husband. This is what God says. You want to get into his brain, you desire a husband, and you desire to get him a sandwich. Your desire shall be for thy husband. That is what God is telling your vagina. Each and every single time each and every single moment, your hands is absent of sandwich and your vagina is absent of penis. Each and every single moment like that is sin. Every day, your finger's absent ring is sin. You are going against your desires. Miss God, I'm so God. And then he goes on to say, and the desire shall be for thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. He shall rule over thee. Thee is you. Thee is the person that he shall rule over. He is to rule over you. You must humble yourself. You must humble yourself and get me a sandwich. But see, she don't want to do that. She just hear whispers in her brain because she's been talking to herself for so damn long, saying that this is what God wants. This is what God wants. God wants this. God wants me to be single because God made me single. That is bullshit. God made you to get me a sandwich. He made you to get me some ribs for the rib that you already taken from me. Damn it. Learn to fix a man a plate and stop pretending like you happy without it.
These, issues about myself when I would, not be able to commit to people. And I've had that season of my life as well where it's just like men wanted to commit and I didn't. I really didn't want to because I was afraid. It was a season of my life where
All right, so now that you got over your fear of penis, go out and get you one. But in your 5-year journey, you still haven't realized that you have to have pussy and a sandwich. You have to have a vagina and a sandwich. Zero. Salute to you. You say, thy penis shall never enter thy vagina. the vagina. Yeah. And henceforth intercourse shall occur forthwith. Well, it's not occurring at all with this chick in 5 years. And keep in mind that this is like 2 or 3 years old. So she has been going a while without it. Because she still makes videos on this topic.
I was doing a lot of serial dating and I was in situationships. And my situationships may not look like your situationships. My situationships were really more so of me just being in things with people that I knew wasn't going anywhere. And that did not require me to put nothing out there on the table. I wouldn't know. I wasn't busting nothing open.
So you was just a time waster. So you claim. So you claim. You've been in like non-sexual relationships, so you claim, because you want a man's companionship, but you don't want to feel used. And now here you are. Here you are in your 30s, 5 years absent anything. This is what you have to show for these situationships. This is what you have to show for using men for company. That's what you're doing. You're a company hoe. You basically are using men for company, or you were using men for company, and then you come to a realization that you're not going to do that. But you constantly are looking at the situation as, what can a penis do for me? Not what can I do for a penis. Penis. That's what you haven't learned in your 5-year meditation. Marathon Man, hashtag sandwich game. Is Sandwich. I see you're using pounds, but yeah, we call it sandwich here. But I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Open, I wasn't popping it open. No, no. Like I said, my situationships might not look like your situationships, which is perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, it was really more so of me understanding.
It solves my problem. It solves my problem. Does it solve your problem? All right. Why don't you go work for DoorDash and see if that satisfies your need for a sandwich, or why don't or to get me a sandwich? Huh? Why don't you get a job at Subway making men sandwiches all day and see if that satiates your need? No. You want to know why it don't? You want to know why it don't? Because the Bible says in Genesis, chapter 3, verse 17, that your desire shall be for thy husband. Your desire shall be for thy husband. And working at Subway, making sandwiches all day does not fulfill your desire for thy husband. And if you don't believe me and you believe the Bible, then go ahead and read Genesis chapter 3, verse 17. Damn it. Hold on, I think I missed this super chat. Oh no, it says sandwich. Yeah, it's sandwich. It's sandwich gang. Yeah. And I appreciate the super sticker. Well, that's good. That's good. You need to every day, with every action, you need to say, how does this please my future penis? When you are on that treadmill, you need to say, every little step I take brings me closer to the penis. Each and every single tread on the treadmill brings me closer to that penis. Every little step I take, when you brush your hair, every little brush I make brings me closer to that penis. That's good. That's good. When you fix yourself food, know that you are doing this in preparation for a penis to come. Because that's what little girls are made of. Like when they play with Barbie dolls and baby dolls and stuff like that, they are preparing themselves for motherhood. Each and every single action you take. Every time you go to the grocery store and you see those little Debbie cupcakes with the blueberries inside right next to the apples, you need to ask yourself, does this please the man? Which one pleases the man more? Not my taste buds, but which one will please the man more, the apple or the little Debbies? Each and every single decision you make should lead you towards a penis. Because you want to know what tastes better than little Debbie's muffins, my penis. And until you understand that you have to sacrifice sometimes the little Debbie muffins in order to get it.
Just who I was as a person and what I needed to start unpacking and taking off of me, because it really was like weight that I was just carrying around, and I didn't understand why. And it was because I was afraid of being hurt, and I had to really give that to God, because there was no reason for me to be leading men on, which is why I would always let them know, look, this probably ain't gonna go nowhere, but I mean, if you want, you want, oh, okay, we could go, we could go eat and do.
See, this is just that like mode one going R tarded. This is mode one going regarded. This is like, oh, this isn't gonna go anywhere, but you could still take me out. You know he's gonna try to still smash. You know, it's because he knows it's his job to convince you otherwise. You know he's gonna still try to do it. You're just using guys for attention. Cichlid said, remember to spay and neuter. I ain't neutering nothing. Listen, if y'all didn't spay your bitch, that's on you. You know. Now I'm not a dog person. I'm a fish person. But if I were to ever become a dog person, that is on the bitch. That is on the owners of the bitch. And fuck if I care. You think I care? Listen, there's just certain things. There's just certain things that a master, a certain relationship, there's a certain level of trust that a dog has for its master. And part of that is to not cut his balls off. Listen, I sympathize. Like, there'll be a dog somewhere and it'll follow me around and something like that. And I was like, oh, he's loyal, he's faithful, he's a guardian, he's a protector. And what am I gonna do? Cut his balls off? What the hell? No, nope. I will not do it. And I don't care. You can find me all you want to. Don't give a shit. There's certain lines you just don't cross. Because manhood extends across species. Cats, I don't really care because cats, I don't know, something about them. But dogs, that's different. Appreciate the super sticker, Melody. Who neutered your dog? Oh, you say, hey, I neutered my dog. Well, don't. What the hell? See, that's why your dog. I be hearing it. Hey, you ever hear Melody on a panel, like on my panel or something, and it's a dog like growling at her in the background, like always, like it's about to eat her. Y'all hear that? That's because she neutered it. That's because she neutered it. It'd be a dog in the background, and then every now and again she'll say "ouch," and the dog bit her, and that's her dog. That's because she neutered it, and that's why you don't neuter your dog.
Some cool things or whatever, but this ain't going nowhere. And I was completely 100% fine with that, y'all. And I would tell these men this. I would be honest, because I don't want to waste anybody's time. And what they thought was that they could change my mind. So in doing that, I had to unpack all of that stuff. I had to, once again, give that stuff to God. It was deeply rooted in fear, and I never wanted to do that. So I had to do a lot of soul searching, which was honestly one of the best things I could ever do. And now, honestly, I still don't really crave relationships, but at the end of the day, I'm not running.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You see, they will not admit that they crave it. You crave it. You crave it. You won't admit it because you feel it makes you lose leverage. But you're going to have to surrender that leverage in order to get out of the hookup phase and into this serious relationship phase.
From them. However, there are standards, sir, and you have to meet certain standards to be with your girl.
And you have to meet certain standards as well. And that's why she's playing these games, to maintain her standards.
One of those main standards is you have to have a deep relationship with God as well. It just, if he doesn't lead you to me, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? So another thing that I am learning on my journey and my season of singleness is to learn how to be whole all by yourself. And this does not mean perfection. This does not mean, that you don't need a man, anything like that for me. Because I'm not the type of woman that's like, I don't need no man. I am strong all by myself.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You realize now that you sound like those women and you don't like how it sounds, but you are those women.
Which I am, but at the end of the day, I was not created to live life and do life alone. I am a wife, and understanding who I am.
You're not a wife. You are lacking the one thing a wife needs to be a wife, and that's a husband.
As a woman, before it even happens, is definitely a part of the process. And me understanding that I'm already a wife. I'm an amazing woman. I am definitely working towards being better every single day. But I haven't.
You are not a wife. Why are you saying you're a wife and you're not a husband, or you don't have a husband?
Assignment, like I said before, and my assignment is greater than my assistant. I'm saying that he's gonna be out here just.
My assignment is greater than my assistant? That's your problem. You think men are your assistant. We are not your assistant. You are my assistant. You assist me. You assist me in getting a sandwich. There's a process of eating sandwiches that's getting it and eating it, and your task is getting it. You assist me.
Assisting me because I'm a strong Black woman or anything, but we're gonna be a team. So in order to be a team, I have to be a great team player and a great individual. So once again, I am a wife, and you claim that before you.
You don't. What the hell? You don't just declare something, and it's true because you declared it. I am a wife. Therefore, it's true because I declared it. I wish things worked that way. I look like Michael B. Jordan, for I have declared it. Like, no. What? This is what they sound like.
Or that if God gives you the desire to be a wife, sweetie, claim that. If you have that desire and you bring that.
Yes, having a desire for something is not being that thing.
To him, and God has already made it known that he is preparing me for something amazing. Not only just my brand, business, and growing as an individual, but definitely for that to be a part of something substantial. Knowing that I want something deeply rooted in God and I need him to.
Somebody said Michael B. Jordan is ugly. I don't know. I mean, I just go by what the chicks who vote for us say.
Guide both of us, sweet. Like, I have to make sure that I'm becoming that. You are what you attract. So you have to be honest with yourself and say, you know what?
You are what you attract? Bullshit. I attract femininity. I am attracted to like full lips and almond eyes and big titties. I'm not a person with big titties.
Work to do. I have things to unpack, but at the end of the day, learning to be whole all by yourself without needing validation from someone is definitely something that we all need to make sure that we're working towards. A lot of people rather get chose than to deal with their own issues and baggage, and that's just the truth. It's like I'd rather be in a relationship. I'd rather just be with this man or this woman just so I can say that I'm in a relationship or find validation in being with someone. Like, it does not feel me. And like, just to say I have someone just to make.
No, they're not doing it just to say that they have someone. They're doing it because they want to be in a relationship. Their desire should. Oh, what the hell? Hold on. I should be plugged in. What's going on here? All right. So that plug is secure. Oh shit, everything's tangled up. All right, my bad. Oh, that was gonna be a problem. All right, it's charging now. All right, anyway, lost my train of thought. Let me continue.
Feel comfortable about who I am as a woman, that makes no sense to me. And I hope it never will. I really do. I don't care how old I am before I get married, before I have kids. And that's another thing as well. The world has given a very false time frame. The world makes you think if you have to be
the world has given a very false time frame. No, nature has given a very false time frame. Nature, you only have so many fertile years.
Be this by this age. You have to be this by this age. You have to do this. First of all, I'm not on your time watch. I am on his. So I know that if he's giving me conviction.
And he gave you an expiration date. He did. It don't matter whose time watch you're on. He gave you an expiration date. He did. And he told you to desire thy husband.
Convictions about certain things. If he's, allowing me to see certain things in my life that I need to work on, then I adhere to that, because I know that no matter what goes on at 50, I might be living my absolute best life. And that does not mean anything. It's like people are like, well, you wasted your whole youth. Obviously I didn't, because
and that's the thing. At 50, I might be living my absolute best life. Really? Like, do you know that? Or are you just saying that? See, people feel that if at any point in their life they can say to themselves, I'm living my best life, it becomes true. Kind of like they could say, I am a wife, and it becomes true. I most certainly am not living my best life. And sweetie, you're not living yours, and you know it. And you feel that even at 50, if you could be like this 50-year-old chick and saying, I'm living my best life and present that to the world, everything will be okay. It will not. It won't. Well, you hear echo now or when I play the clip?
because at the end of the day, that does not mean I'm going to be sitting there like this throughout those years of my life. I'm going to be setting something up, whether it's for the people after me.
I'm going to be setting something up. Well, you need to know, you need to be setting up some penis. You need to be setting up a family. And you won't be able to start that at 50.
9 times out of 10, it will be. But for my family, for my future family, like, we're not just in.
Why are you talking about your future family and you say, even if I'm single at 50? If you're single at 50, you're just no family.
You're doing nothing. People think that women in waiting are really just like this. Like, that could be the furthest from the truth. Like, stop it. A woman in waiting is literally, she's busy. She's doing her thing. She's making moves. She's making boss moves too.
No, a boss move that you should be making is bossing my penis. She's making moves. She's making boss moves. You haven't moved in 5 years. You haven't moved your hips, your thighs, your lips, your legs. You haven't moved a goddamn thing. Move! She's making boss moves. What? You remodeled the kitchen?
And she's doing the damn thing. So that way, when that man comes along, sir, you need to be this tall to ride this ride. And I'm not talking about the nasty ride. See, y'all nasty. Y'all.
See, all the moves you have made does not mean that you have a right to demand a better man. And I guess in your mind, I don't know if that's an analogy or not, but you have to be this tall to ride this ride? Really? Are you kidding me? You're telling me that you think you're improving over time to the point where you could be more physically demanding on a man. You are delusional. No matter how hot you are now, you were hotter 5 years ago. You're becoming worse.
Probably thinking nasty stuff. No, but seriously though, you have to be this tall to ride this ride. Like you have to meet a certain standard, sir. And if that makes you insecure, then that lets me know that you are not the man for me. A lot of times, men have a really, really messed up mindset about coming after a strong woman. And this.
Y'all hear that, right? She's a strong woman. She's so strong. She's so strong and strong and strong and strong. She's so strong. This is my strong hand. And now she's putting it on the men. You haven't had penis in 5 years. In a day in which every woman's inbox is full. Every woman's inbox is full. You remain empty. I appreciate you, Tickler. He says, have you seen Michael B. Jordan's Super Bowl commercial? Hilarious. No, I haven't. You know, I watched Super Bowl. But yeah, it is coming up, huh? February or something. But no, to I'll look it up, but to answer a question I haven't seen yet.
This is like one of my biggest qualms when being single, because this is something I deal with all the time. Men will always say things like this to me: type of woman I need in my life, man. Like, I need you. Like, I need a woman like you. Like, I could tell just by the way you carry yourself, by the way you present yourself. Like, you the type of woman I need in my life. But sir, are you the type of man I need in my life? Like,
and that is her only thrill. Shooting down Pookie Ray Ray is your only thrill. And this is the thrill that every woman has. Because generally, stereotypically, Pookie Ray Ray has no standards. So every woman shoots them down, no matter how much game they pretend that they have. Like, so that being the case, that's your thrill in life? Shooting down Pookie Ray Ray? Are you kidding me? That is what makes you feel strong? Like all that so you can continue to be that? You have been penisless for like all of your 30s.
what? Like, I cannot tell y'all how much I get that. Like, seriously, I'm not even playing. I'm so serious right now. Like, I literally get that all the time. Like, I'm really not. I wish I was playing, y'all. I really, like, literally in Target the other day, so I know I present a type of energy within me. I know I present this. So this makes people gravitate towards you. And a lot of times it makes people that are broken gravitate towards you.
Do y'all hear the arrogance? I present this type of energy and that makes people gravitate towards me. And you just complained about Target niggas with nothing to offer? Are you kidding me? Like you it's like, wait a minute. Everybody, first of all, everybody present that type of energy. Name one type of woman that nagagas like that don't go for. Name one. Name one type of woman that they don't go for. You see them with fat ones, you see them with slim ones, you see them with Asian ones, you see them with ugly ones, you see them with short ones, you see them with tall ones, you see them with midgets, you see them with the blind, you see them with the deaf, you see them with, you know, the one-legged chicks with the kickstand, you see them with the women in the in Walmart on the lark. Like, you see them with the ones in the trailer. You see them with the ones with the tattoos. You see them with the ones with dentures. You see them with the ones that are old. You see them with the ones that are young. Like, it's not your energy. It's the fact that you have a vagina. They pretty much go after anything. And you walk around conceited off of that? Like, oh, you know, I have this energy that makes, no. Energy these nuts.
And you have to understand, sir, that's wonderful that you think I'm the woman for you, but at the end of the day, are you the man for me? So one thing that I noticed in my life as well, that there are so many people that, you know, are in relationships, marriages, and things like that around you that honestly wish they were in your shoes. All I'm saying is they wish at the time that they spent wanting to be with someone for a large portion of their life, they wish they would have used that time to really focus on them. They wish that they could do things alone, without kids, without checking in, without having to worry about any other variable or aspect of their life other than them. And a lot of times I'm noticing that those people are really
Okay. Yes, people with families do sometimes think about being single, I'm sure. However, that's on some, I would never give my family up for the single life, but every now and again I get bothered by this life and I wish I could take a break from it. It's more on that. It's not, it's nothing else. She's just trying to make it seem like, married people are envious of me. They're not. They wouldn't trade. They're not putting their kids up for adoption so they could be like you.
Really more envious of using anything. They wish that they could travel like you. They wish that they were able to just go and do things without, once again, having to check in and having to answer to someone and saying, is this okay? Or finding a babysitter or, just different things like that. A lot of times.
And that's the thing. She's pretending to be happy. She's faking happiness. Oh, yeah, but I travel. Like, really, what do you do when you travel? Well, when I get there, I sit on the beach. Well, there's beaches here in the US. Yeah, but I eat Italian food. Yeah, we have pizza here. You just travel to say you're doing something with your life. That's what you're doing. You travel just to say that you're doing something with your life, just to justify being single, just to make single life seem more appealing. You're a jackass on a tour bus taking pictures of stuff and taking selfies while on the Jeep saying, hashtag living my best life, while other people are sending you Christmas cards. They're sending you Christmas cards with their entire family in Christmas sweaters, matching Christmas sweaters. You are taking trips underneath the Leaning Tower of Pisa, saying this is better than kids. Well, it's not. Trust me, I travel and I wish I had kids. I know your pain, but unlike you, I'm not with the bullshit. I'm not gonna pretend like I want something else. Like this is the good shit.
Times that is the case, and I'm not gonna say in all situations. I'm not gonna say that everyone wants to control life, but a lot of times, y'all, that is what it is. And I think that is another thing to be said about this season. Learn how to truly love and appreciate yourself. Something that I do get is that when you're single, people feel like you can't be fulfilled and happy, and I be going to say, no, you can't be fulfilled and happy doing things alone and by yourself. And honestly, it really is true, because a lot of people need that validation. Like, they need someone to just.
Now she's repeating herself, and she's doing it to convince herself.
Be there all the time. They need that security blanket. They need that Linus blanket. And personally, I thank God that I'm a woman of strength who doesn't. And at the end of the day, I should never be ashamed of that. Like, you should never be ashamed of that. That you can do things alone. That you are fulfilled in doing things alone. Like, that is not anything anyone should shy away from and not appreciate about their season of singleness. Appreciate that, because that is truly a gift. Not everybody is cut out to do it. Another thing that I do in my season of singleness is I pray for my husband. And I try to do this every day, but sometimes I'll be forgetting. And what I mean by that is that I am praying for the man that
Y'all hear the contradictions? Oh, married people wish they were single like me, and I'm living a good life, and everything's great. Everything's great. I'm single. Everything's great. I'm fine. I'm perfectly happy being single. And another thing I do is pray for a husband. Like, which one is it? Are you praying for a husband, or are you happy being single?
I will one day marry, and pray that he is not out here thotting right now. And it really is so beautiful just to think about developing as a single person, as a single woman, and just being better. So that way you know that you are coming into something with a wonderful, wonderful foundation established. And that is not always easy to do, but that is just one of those things that has been put on my heart, that I've been putting in. You know what God has done for you and shown you for your life. You will never want to settle for anything less ever again. People want you to live in the shadow of who they are and what they want for their lives. And that's just not okay with
What? I think that's what you want.
me. Like, I'm not, that's just not me. Like, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm going to do what he wants me to do. And being in this.
He wants you to do what I want you to do. I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm going to do what he wants me to do. He wants you to do what I want you to do. How about that? He wants you to be fruitful and multiply. Have you done that? He wants you to get me a sandwich. Have you done that? He wants you to have your will for thy husband, and he shall rule over you. Have you done that?
Season of singleness is an amazing one. Do not take it as I hope this video was very inspiring and helpful. I'm definitely going to go a little bit deeper into this in another video that is coming next week. So I do want to let you guys, this month I will be dropping 4 videos. I will not tell you when. Please make sure that you follow me on Instagram, because you know I will let y'all know when it's coming. And also make sure that you're subscribed here and turn that notification bell on so you won't miss it. Guys, I hope you once again truly enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also make sure you follow me on Instagram at the30journey.co. My blog is the30journey.co. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.
All right, let me get out of here. Oh, okay, Melody's in the back. Hey, what's going on, Melody?
Hi, GC. What's going on?
How you doing? Nothing much, nothing much. Sorry to open the panel up because I know that was a long one. That was see, I'm trying not to do these things for so long.
Yeah, but she was just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, she's not the only one. I plan on doing more today. I don't even know if I'm gonna cover the rest. But yeah, it's like the lies that they tell themselves. And I get it. It's a coping mechanism. It makes you feel better and stuff like that. But you're lying to other people that there's some type of virtue in it. Like you know, there's some type of greatness in it.
Right.
In your 30s and single and still unwilling to compromise.
Exactly. Like, why would anybody want to be old and single? Like, the older you get, the less options you have. Now you're competing with 25-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds. Like, why would you want to have to go through that?
Exactly. So in order to cope, she's spoiling the whale. She's sabotaging the competition. Wait, how do I do this? Hold on. There we go. You know, she's sabotaging the competition. She's basically like, oh, you know, 18-year-old, it's okay to be single. Look at me. I'm living my best life. Yeah, I pray for a husband, but I'm living my best life. Doesn't my life seem so wonderful? I haven't been with a man in 5 years, but isn't my life so grand?
That's how feminism works.
Exactly.
So what? How you lot doing?
Pretty good, Steven. What's on your mind?
Is she trying to encourage being single and 30 in this day and age? You know, single, you know, happy. That's not realistic, man. You know, I know they all want a man. Let's be real. They all want.
Yeah, exactly. She's playing the happy spinster role.
Spence.
And look at the titles of her video. How I abstained for sex for 8 years.
That's not a good thing.
Like they're making it out like, you know, if they have a lot of sex, then they're empowered because, you know, they're doing it under their own terms and they're taking back their sexuality. If they haven't, it's I abstained, you know. Let me grow, let me living free of judgment. Okay, go for it. 5 things you must let go in your 30s. Like all this stuff, all this crap, you know, like she's been at this forever and nobody's watching. I came across this on a fluke. Nobody's watching.
Right.
She's loving the attention. Just, you know.
Yeah.
With all her hair, makeup, and whatnot, just, you know, looking at the camera.
But she's not getting that much of that because the thing is saturated with women like this.
Do you know?
Exactly.
So who's this? Sharlene, what's on your mind? Because you've been vocal in the chat room. What's on your mind? What did you do today? Answer me this. What did you do today to get you closer to that penis?
Nothing. I'm already dating somebody. That's not my concern. My concern is finding the right person.
Exactly. That's what I'm asking. What did you do today to get you closer to that right person?
I don't know. I work on myself.
No. Be realistic. What do you do?
So you're on the East Coast. Is it 4 o'clock where you live? Is it?
No, I'm in California.
Okay, so it's 1:55 here, right?
Yes.
What have you done today that brings you closer?
I don't know what kind of question this is.
Oh, come on, just answer the question. It's
What?
pretty obvious.
Hey,
What did you,
Sharlene.
what did you what did you have for breakfast?
I had some eggs and some toast,
Before that,
Okay.
before
and I
that,
had a smoothie.
Did you
Okay.
want to have something that you didn't because you felt that it would bring you further away from your from penis?
I don't think about stuff like that. I think
Well, you
about
should.
my
That's the thing.
lord,
You should. You should think about it.
that's
that's
not
very
on my
important.
mind. It's just I know if I really wanted to, I could get somebody. But is it the right person of my caliber? Maybe not. You know.
Well, that's what I mean when I say penis. I'm not talking about dick. I'm talking about penis. It's different.
Cock.
What are you doing to get you closer to that right person?
Well, I'm on dating apps. I'm dating people.
Mhm.
I'm more open in socializing.
Okay. Did you check your inbox today?
No, because half of the people they just want sex, and I don't have time for that. So
So no, not half of the people just want to have sex. All of the people want to have sex.
yes,
You think we like you? No, we like.
some of them are very direct. So I just cut to the
Don't you
chase.
prefer it? Don't you prefer direct?
Do I prefer? Yeah, I like to cut it straight to the point. So I don't waste your time. You don't waste my time.
So you want the
And I
cock
just and I
inside
tell
you?
them, well, you're not gonna get that. This is a process. It has to be mutual. I don't know
Okay,
what you're thinking in your head, but okay.
okay,
Okay, so you understand that you have. I'm pretty sure you have a full inbox, and it is your duty. God damn it! It is your duty to weed through the BS. And it is a difficult journey. It's difficult to determine the real from the fake. You have a task at hand and you're lagging because you got to check it. That means that you have to regularly check your inbox, weed through the ones who are just looking for hookups and those who are looking for serious relationships. That is your task and it requires a large amount of attention.
I don't know, because when I meet up with these people, they're intimidated by me. So I don't even know how to approach them. I just be like, I don't really know. Then I try to be funny and direct, but half of them are really intimidated.
like what do you mean
Okay,
intimidated?
that's fair enough. What do you mean intimidated? Intimidated by what?
Like they're nervous. Some of them be
Why are
stumbling
they
over
nervous of you?
words. Huh?
Why are they nervous of you? I don't understand.
I don't know, because I'm very confident and I'm direct and it's just the way I am. And
Well,
I have to be because of the line of work I'm in. So
yeah, I was gonna say, looking at your profile picture, you are very pretty. So, do you think it's maybe your looks, or do you think it's more of like your work ethic and how you are like that?
maybe it's all of that, and I'm probably looking for somebody of that who wants all of that. I don't know.
Mm, okay.
So you're saying I'm confused. You're saying that guys are intimidated by your. First of all, what does your job have to do? I don't go out talking cold to women.
I don't talk about my job. It's just the way I come off. I'm very confident. Like you're not gonna say slick remarks to me, and I pick up on everything, and then I'm gonna question you about it.
So describe to me the process because they swipe right to get you, right? They
Yes.
swipe right to get you. And at what point do they come off to you as unconfident? Like during a date or elaborate, please. I'm curious.
All right, so like this one guy, he said, "Okay, we're gonna meet up," and I said, "Okay, that's fine. We could just have like a sandwich. Stuff is closed. We can have like a
Sandwich.
sandwich and a smoothie, right?"
Uh-huh. It's
So
pronounced
then
sandwich.
Sandwich,
yes, I'm
sandwich,
from the
sandwich.
East Coast. I'm from Brooklyn. All right.
Okay.
I'm from
Anyway,
London.
so then he has like 4 or 5 places. I just told him just pick anything. And yet he always questioning me to ask me which place is best. And
Mhm.
I said just go with whatever one. Like, and then I get annoyed from that because like you can't pick a place. Like they do stuff like that. I don't know what to pick. Do you know a restaurant around? Like I said I will go out with you. Like I want you to plan the date and lead. And then I don't know, I get turned off if they can't do that.
Okay, I understand that. I actually understand and sympathize. And if you ask him where do you want to go to eat, he should say your hands and get me a sandwich. That's what he should say. Like that's confidence. That's what he says. I want to eat the sandwich that you make for me with your hands. That is what I want. And if you don't feel comfortable doing it at my place or yours, I will bring you the materials. And at the park, you at the picnic table, in the picnic basket, you assemble the food to my pleasing. Yeah, I agree.
That's a negative.
Toasted ham, toasted ham sandwich. I prefer that.
That's a negative. That's not happening.
And that
I'm not gonna go willy-nilly to go make some ham sandwich.
Yes, see, that's your problem. You say that you don't want a man to be indecisive. However, you penalize men for being decisive. He told you exactly what he wants, and you penalize for him.
Listen, this is a portrait. If he really wants me, he gonna put in the effort to come and get me. That's how I look at it.
He come to get you and take you to the picnic, and he brings a picnic basket full of unassembled sandwich goods. And he requires that you assemble it. I don't see the problem with that.
I never seen anybody do that, and that looks like too much work for any guy to do. Personally,
it's too much work for you to make a sandwich.
No, I'm for a guy to plan that and have all the ingredients. I don't see that happening. I don't know.
It doesn't seem difficult. It doesn't seem difficult for a guy to bring like peanut butter and jelly and bread.
Do you see that happening every day? When you talk to people who are dating, are men going to go buy peanut butter and jelly and ask you to make them a sandwich?
I'm unique.
In Europe,
I generally I'll go for it.
Yeah, over here in Europe, we have a lot of croissants, cheese, pickles and whatnot. Make arrangements. Not too difficult.
What I'm saying is, you ask for a decisive man, and you penalize men for being decisive. It's a lose-lose with you. It seems
no,
like
it's not. I just want you to pick a place and take me, and then we go from there.
Answer me this. What if he picks a place that you do not like?
I don't care. I'm just gonna go. I like the simple fact that he picked a place and he set a time, and then I would choose whatever it is on the menu.
What about a park?
A park?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Huh?
If it's a picnic and he set it up that way, then yeah, I'll go.
Yeah,
I love picnics.
Yeah,
picnic, Melody. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I love it. It's romantic to me.
Oh,
and I wouldn't make the sandwiches. I wouldn't mind.
Oh, you like the sandwiches?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind making them sandwiches.
I'm not making nobody no sandwich. That's just me. If I just got to know them, I have to really like you. So the guy could.
You have to really like somebody to make them a sandwich.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
Preposterous.
I'm being serious. I said yes.
Fellas, y'all hear this, right?
Yes.
Y'all hear this.
This is write that down in your book. So if the woman doesn't make you a sandwich, she doesn't really like you.
You're damn right. Which means that you don't really like all these guys that are in your inbox. You don't really like or respect. You don't like them or respect them enough to get them a sandwich.
No, they have to earn that, and it has to be a mutual thing. Like I don't know what right person is a man gonna give me $100 by the first time I meet him? Can I get $100?
No.
Okay.
First of all, some guys do. It's called expensive restaurants. So you are asking for such things. Okay,
then so it's a give and exchange.
No, it's not a give and exchange. No,
yes, it is. You have to try to impress me.
No, excuse me. You claim that you want dominance. You want a guy to take control, but you refuse to give it. So
how am I refusing to get it?
Natural conflict.
How?
You haven't earned his dominance. What makes you think that he should earn your submission? That's why you're getting guys who are indecisive. Because you refuse to submit.
I don't understand. I don't submit to people who I just meet off of a dating app. I'm not doing it.
Levels of submission. Submission is what you are. It's not what you do. There's levels of submission. And if he is displaying date level dominance, then you should display date level submission. He's not taking you to the park and say, okay, we're gonna go behind these trees and you're gonna get on them knees. He's not saying that. He's saying, at this
But
juncture,
all right,
at this
for
juncture,
me to for me to be submissive, I have to be submissive to something too. Like, what am I submitting to?
to his
Are you
leadership on
masculine?
the
Are you
date,
taking?
to
All
his,
right, so
to
he
his.
has to do that. He has to establish that. If he's not
He
establishing
just
that,
did. He just
I'm
did.
not
No, no,
submitting. I'm
no. Many,
sorry.
many active dates require something. I tell y'all what I do. I'll tell y'all what I do. I'm not a dating coach. This is what I do. Partly because I'm cheap. I start with coffee, and then if I like her, I end with a Dave and Buster's or a local Dave and Buster's equivalent. I know that they're not a nationwide thing.
And I can respect that. I have nothing wrong with that.
However, he may require that you do something, and you are to do it.
Like
And
what?
you are to do it. If he is to say, I am to drive the bumper car, you are to sit in the passenger seat as I ram into the little kids.
I don't mind doing that. I don't mind
That
doing
is the
anything
date
like
level
that.
submission that you are required. If I am to say I steer the bumper boats and you man the water cannon and so you can squirt these kids, then that is what you are to do. And if the setting is a picnic and he is to say that I am to bring the food and you are to assemble it, then that is what you are to do. These are not unreasonable requests.
Respect the authority.
Exactly.
He has to establish that. Listen.
He did establish it. He did establish it. You see, you require that a man establish authority, and then you shit on his authority when he establishes it. You like,
How am I sitting on his authority?
because if he's telling you to do something and you are not doing it, but you get mad at him for not doing the things that you suggest,
They don't ask me to do anything. I just show up and I look pretty. That's what I do.
Not enough. See, man, we want functional beauty. We want functional beauty, Sharlene. What is functional beauty? It's not a matter of something to look at. See, functional beauty is the difference between a Playboy magazine and actual porn or actual sex. There's a function to it. It has to be doing stuff.
It has to be doing stuff.
I
still don't understand if we're just setting a date and I'm showing up and I'm looking pretty and I'm being funny and I don't understand.
There's nothing funny about not getting me a sandwich.
I'm not doing that whole sandwich thing unless we're in a relationship and we're like dating for like,
No. We are in a relationship.
Or unless I really like you.
You are an intern. And just like it is my duty to display to you my dominance, and you're mad when the men don't display their dominance, just like it is my duty to display to you my dominance, it is your duty to display to me your submission.
Well, I play hard to get, and the guy has to put in work for me in order for him to get that from me.
And you got to put in work for him. That's the thing. You have to put in work for him. That is your duty. Yes. See, you are working under a paradigm of assumptive submission. Mm-hmm. This is a society where men assume that all women are submissive, and therefore you need only seek the most attractive of the women who are submissive. For example, Snow White and the guy that kissed Snow White, he knew that she was submissive. Why? Because all women of the land were submissive.
Okay, but he had to do a whole lot just to get her.
No,
right?
he just walked up and kissed a sleeping bitch in the park.
No, he did not. He had to
go
find her in the woods, go look for her. It wasn't something that was easy. And most men don't like.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
Whatever you say.
He was tipped off to the fact that she was there. All right. He did nothing. And that's the point. Even if he did slay a dragon, in return he gets instant submission.
Exactly. You see, most men require a challenge. Okay.
darling. Listen.
What the hell? No, we require challenge to get the submission. You see, here's the thing. You are not the dragon. You are not the dragon. The dragon is external. He's not trying to marry the dragon. He's trying to kill it. Now, if you want to present yourself as the dragon, don't be upset if you get slayed. Because that's what knights do to dragon. They slay him. Or they get slayed by him. If you are the dragon, no, you are supposed to be the one waiting on my penis to submit to. Damn it.
I don't know. This sounds like a red pill channel. I don't understand this logic.
This is not red pill. This is just facts.
This is not red pill. This is not facts. Would you require your daughter to go make a sandwich to a man that she just met?
Fuck yes.
If you want to prolong a relationship with that individual, you've got to submit.
What kind of question is that? Yes, I would.
That's how you get a relationship, Sharlene. That's
how would I do it? It prepares her to be a proper woman.
Right. You get a relationship by talking and getting to know the person, and then you build attraction from there. That's how it is.
Then why do you require that he pick the restaurant, that he be decisive, that he be dominant? Why do you require?
It just shows his traits. Like he pick a place.
You have to show your traits. You have to show your traits, just like my daughter has to show hers.
All right, and I show up looking pretty, and I have a nice personality, and that's the way I show up.
I am Colonel Ezekiel. Okay, I am Colonel Ezekiel. You know who Colonel Ezekiel is?
Colonel Ezekiel.
Who is that? I don't even know.
I don't know, and I could care less.
Huh?
I said I don't know, and I could care less. But go ahead.
Colonel Ezekiel, listen to me good, peoples. Colonel Ezekiel is a colonel in the Zamundan army. He is the father of the daughter who said, whatever you like.
Yes.
She said, all my life I have been preparing to serve you. Mm-hmm. And then she said, whatever food you like. And that is because Colonel Ezekiel, he took the discipline that made him a colonel, instilled it into his daughter to make her a better bitch.
Feminine.
Exactly. And you ask, would I teach my daughter the same way? Absolutely.
Yep, that's how you get a man. That's how you get and keep a man. Gotta submit to him.
Exactly. These are the type
submission takes time. It doesn't come right away.
Excuse me?
Well, so does
exactly what I said.
So does dominance. Why don't you find one of these indecisive, restaurant picky guys, and why don't you wait for him to become dominant if you work on that logic?
I don't see what the problem is. The guy has to show his dominance and show that he's a provider and show all of that in order for him to get the submission.
But the woman has to do the same thing to get the dominance.
You don't see the problem with your method.
What is the problem with my method?
You are 4 years walking around empty vagina and you don't see a problem with this? That's the problem. You like, oh yes, it's empty, but I don't have to make a sandwich. That's you.
Yes. You know what? When I get home, do I want to cook for somebody who's not there with me, who's not helping me, and they just expect that? No, I don't want to. Am I going to be there for somebody who's not there for me emotionally? No.
But he's there to provide for you. You're there to help him. You're there to be his helpmate.
Yes, that's what we establish a relationship. Of course, I'm 100% submitting. I will make him sandwiches. I will make him breakfast. I will be there.
But the thing is that it should be natural for a woman to want to submit.
It is natural. I do want to submit, but in the past, this is my lessons to myself. I'm not submitting to just any and anybody. They have to prove themselves worthy.
There's levels of submission, and sandwich is entry level submission. You are a child. You are the people who take that brown paper and then they write the letter A and they have to write it 20 times to master it. That is what a sandwich is. That is the level of submission that you haven't conquered yet. There is all sorts.
You can go do a tally in a vote, and you can go see what right woman in their mind is going to make a man a sandwich on the first date.
Well, I tell you what woman makes a sandwich on the first date, a married one.
Trust me.
Because she's married. Do you hear what you just said?
No, she's married because she made the sandwich, not the other way around.
This sounds so fucking stupid.
She's married because she made the sandwich, not the other way around. Why do you think that that other countries they marry young and stuff? Why? Because they make sandwiches. They've been making their brother sandwiches their whole damn life.
I don't know. You just don't sound logical. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't. So when I first meet a guy, I should expect the guy to provide. That's what you're trying to
provide. He provides you with the stuff to make the sandwich with, don't he? He provides you with the sandwich making goods. He is providing.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll just.
Yeah, he may even provide you with the date. You know, he's paying for it. He's showing you a good time.
Yeah, that's because he likes me. It should, like, you know, that should be a requirement. That's my requirement. So
no, he likes you because he assumes that you would submit to him.
Exactly.
And once he finds out that you don't, you want to know what he says? He says to himself, "What? Okay, I know that she is not long term. What short term benefits can she provide me?" Is what he's asking himself. What short term benefits can she provide me? So the most you can get at that point is short term. And the most you have gotten at that point is short term, because that's what he's saying. He's like, okay, you know, she's not submissive, therefore she's not wife material. However, maybe I can get a nut, is what he's saying. And that is what guys have been saying in their brain to you about you for the last 4 years.
Well, I'm not sleeping with them. We're just going on dates.
So you provide nothing. So you provide nothing, and it's a perpetual cycle.
No, it's not, because you basically dating me if you like me.
You have spent the last 4 years convincing guys that you are not good for short or long term. That's what you've been doing. You refuse to get a sandwich. You see how stubborn you are?
Sharlene, all you need to do is reciprocate the humbleness of the gentleman with a sandwich. Simple.
I don't see your logic. I'm not doing that. That's just
that's your loss then.
Exactly. That's you. But you see, here's the thing, fellas. They don't want to do it because of what it symbolizes. It's a symbol of submission. It's not even about the sandwich or that it's an extraordinary effort. It's a symbol of submission. And that is what the guys want. We want the symbol of submission. And you
don't you want to earn it?
Your pride refuses for you to do that and is keeping your vagina empty.
Whatever, but don't the guy wants to earn it? The guy wants to feel like he earned something. He earned the prize.
He did.
You need to show him
leadership and dominance.
Like, you need to show him that.
I don't know. When I play hard to get, I get better facts. I get better results. That's just
haven't had results in 4 years. You haven't had a penis in the time it takes to get a degree.
How do you know what I have? Okay?
You just said it. You said it in the chat room.
I said I've been single, I've been dating, but that's it.
No, but you also,
and it's because I don't want to be with them.
You also said that they don't get any, meaning that you don't give it up, meaning that your vagina has been empty. So
you playing around with dudes. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they're
you talking 4 years, Miss. You talking 4 years that you was dating, but you said that you're single right now, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, you weren't proving anything. You understand that, right? Like, you just were playing around with dudes, probably getting some free meals, and then
dudes.
Or you're not in a relationship, and then you're sitting up there talking about how the men have to prove something to you. Like, I don't understand. Like, you're not in a relationship.
Are you a princess?
I'm just
Are
saying
you a queen?
they have to show their interest. That's what it is.
They have to show
their interest.
Okay, so what do you show in return?
I show that I'm interested also.
Okay, are you gonna make them a sandwich off of that?
They don't ask me to do stuff like that.
But it should be a governed order.
Yeah, that comes natural.
That comes natural.
Write that down.
They don't ask me. If I really like the person, then I will maybe one day I'll cook for them.
You gotta say maybe. Why don't you just say yes?
Habit.
It has to be a maybe because people show their colors within 2 months of dating, and you're like,
So you know when you have a negative viewpoint towards things, you don't get what you want, right?
Oh, affirmative.
Like you can't say maybe. You have to say yes or no. And if you say no, that basically means you ain't getting nothing. You might as well just get a cat right now.
I'm not getting a cat.
Dog.
I'm so young. What are you talking about?
So it cannot be a maybe. Either it's a yes or a no, miss.
Okay.
Stop being
If
around the
I
bush.
find the man deemable, yes, I will cook for him.
Okay, so what do you find? What traits would make a man deemable to you?
I mean, he just has to be there for me emotionally. He has to provide. He just has to show me that, he cares.
Okay, a simp can do the
So
same
what have you
thing.
got to offer?
Wait, be there emotionally. Fuck your dad.
I don't know. It's just a feeling.
No, until
If he shows me his masculinity and I'm accepting of it, then yes.
He is. Just
I
like
will.
you said before, you want a guy that's decisive. He is showing you his decisive side. Now you have to show your submissive side with a
And
small.
I do.
Reciprocate.
How? You said maybe.
I said maybe to people who don't show it. If I really like the person, I show it.
Okay, what is your definition of submission as a woman? This is what I'm really curious about.
My definition for me to submit, what would I do? I mean, I would cook. I would do everything to cater to my man.
That's not you're just saying cook. It's more than cooking. It is a whole entire attitude. What is your view of submission?
I will make him feel like, he's valued every day.
How come you're cooking and you're not giving a sandwich?
How?
What's wrong with you?
Why you are so stuck on this sandwich? Like I don't
because you want to know why I'm stuck on it? For the same reason why you stuck on not doing it. You see, you don't want to do it because it's what I'm telling you to do. You want to be deliberate.
No, I do not mind
doing it. The fact that you are willing to cook whole food and you aren't willing to get a sandwich, you're just doing it to be decisive. Like, oh no, I'm not. But I am going to give you a full course meal. You see that? You are just. I don't mind making it. You must understand the command and obey structure. Stop trying to do this shit that I don't want you to do. I ask you for a sandwich and you get me a taco just so you can say I don't have to listen to him. Bullshit. You on that, when he away, I'll be talking. Nope. You are to do exactly as spoken to. Get me the sandwich and pull the ends off the crust, and I don't want the first or the last piece. Bread. You know what I'm talking about. Like the bread ass. I don't want it made.
Not the bread ass.
Yeah, word. Not the bread ass. A straight full like bread, B.
Right.
Yeah, from the middle of the loaf. All right.
It gotta be crunchy too.
Word pal up. Says, greeting, GC. Hope all is well. Sharlene, is your criteria and willingness to be submissive to the same to each man you're seeing?
I mean, if I really like them, then yes.
Lord.
I am very submissive. I am very weak when
you haven't submitted. You haven't
said it
4 years. That's like a 4-year virgin saying that. Oh, I'm very sexual. What do you?
Did you just hear what I said? Like, so I'll date a guy, and then I will show him my interest that I like him, and then all of a sudden he shows me his flags, and then that's it. I leave him alone.
That is your interest. Your interest is to make him sandwiches. That is showing you're interested.
I do all of that.
You couldn't tell me what submission is, so I'm not sure. Sandwich.
Well, I wouldn't say a sandwich all the time. I would probably cook for him. He doesn't really ask.
But if he asks for it,
y'all hear this? She's willing to cook but not get a sandwich. I'm telling you, they're nuts. They're crazy.
You have a
oh my God! When I ask guys, they don't say, "I want you to do this for me." They never say that.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you because it's governed.
So if he tells me that's what he wants, I will do that for him. But
you should already be doing
it. I just gave you a scenario where a guy tells you he wants a sandwich and you won't do it. What are you talking about? You said, if he tells me that's what he wants, I'll do it. I'm telling you that he wants a sandwich and you're not doing it.
I said if I like him, if I really like him.
No.
Regardless, if you don't like a person, you ain't going to talk to them, dog.
You.
Exactly.
On the cheese, honey.
Listen, when you meet somebody, make it seems like you like them. You have to like get to know them, and after you
Oh
get
my
to know
God.
them, then you be like, oh, maybe I really didn't like this person.
Okay, you're playing semantics right now. You know that, right?
How am I playing semantics? It's
Because
the
you're
same thing
literally
like
sitting
saying
up
you
there. Hold
find
on.
somebody attractive, and then you get
Okay,
to know them, and then
miss,
you're like, oh, that person is not all
miss.
that.
Obviously, if you're not interested in a man, of course it's not going to be like that. We're talking about when you are actually interested. You keep talking about, oh, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe so, question mark, question mark. Miss, we want an exclamation right now, and you're not giving it. You're literally sitting up there saying you've been single for 4 years. So that means you haven't given no man no sandwiches. You haven't given no man no damn cookies and no milk. So what are you
Hold on,
talking about?
when I say I'm single, that means I'm not married or engaged. That's
Yeah, just because a woman says she's single, that don't mean much of anything. Women
It
use
don't
that
mean nothing.
like women
You
say
you
like
could be just seeing dudes
single.
on free dates.
Women say I'm single, but that just means that they're not in a public monogamous quote unquote relationship. But that don't mean they're not dating and fucking on a daily basis. So when women say I'm
Still
single,
engaging in sex.
it just
Nah,
means
hold
like
up.
they're not married or something like that. But I wouldn't take it with too much seriousness. But it was something that Game Changer said when he talks about the savage thing. So I was, riding and I'm listening to this new track from Mario called Pretty Mouth Magic. And he used GC Line on that, man. He said he wants these bras to make him a sandwich too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mario got this new song. Mario
Shout
got
out
a
to
song
Mario.
out. He got a song out called Pretty Mouth Magic, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm listening to the track and I'm like, he took GC Line. I think Mario might be over here listening to the Red Pill because he was talking
It's very
about
possible.
like it was on the chorus. He was like, make your girlfriend make me a sandwich. So he's talking about like banging these two girls, and he said after I'm done, both you and your girlfriend will go make me a sandwich. So even Mario want a sandwich.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Wow.
And basically most of these women, man, like they don't need instructions. A lot of this stuff is like intuitive. When a woman when she desires you enough, and you invoke that kind of like attraction there, you don't gotta tell her when she's hungry. She'll ask you if you're hungry. So a lot of the stuff that women in these spaces be talking about is based off of theoretical stuff. But if you really was to ask them about how they operated with the men that they really had like true, genuine desire with, he never had to ask her to bring him Chinese food. He never had to ask her to make a sandwich or anything. She gonna do that just off jump because she's that turned by him.
And he's going to be used to coming home to that.
So would you agree to this, Sigma, that if a woman isn't willing to make a sandwich, then she's wasting your time because she really didn't like you in the first place. She really didn't have that strong connection, and no matter what,
I agree. I agree. I say yes.
So you agree that you've been wasting people's time because you've been just dating a guy that you're not willing to get a sandwich for means that she was wasting his time because it's not going to go anywhere.
But she was
what you getting a free meal?
A lot of these girls dinner more than likely what she's calling dating. She was probably dinner pimping, just using those dudes for dinner or something. She really didn't
sound like it.
No, I was actually trying to get to know them, but it goes both ways. So if he doesn't text me back, or I'm not texting him back, so that was the end of that.
What you do know about him is that he's not sandwich worthy. You do know that there are guys out there that you would get the sandwich for, on the first date.
Yeah. Right.
And if he's not it, you're wasting his time. You're basically just sitting there saying, I'm sitting here looking pretty and I want to see how much he's going to do for the prettiness that I look. You're wasting his time and yours.
She's talking about that don't text. That's nonsense. When women are attracted to a dude, she don't care if he don't text back, she'll text back eventually. When women are truly desire you, she's gonna be telling her friends, man, he didn't text me back. And her friends she's gonna be when she really is turned on by a dude and she really wants that dude, she don't even expect him to hit her back right away. Why? Because most women are attracted to a male that has women. She know from jump. Most women are turned on by a man that she knows other women that she knows find very attractive.
Bro, and let me add on to your point real quick. And even with that, certain shorties going to be sending lingerie pics to that man just to show how much they care.
And that's why I asked, what did you do today? That's why I asked, what did you do today to bring yourself closer to the penis that you want? And it was no lingerie pics mentioned or anything like that, and no
Nothing.
sandwiches made.
Yeah, I'm not doing
You know,
that.
yeah,
I want to
You ain't
But
saying
you
I
do-
miss you,
Hey.
boo, with the nice little feet up in the pics. You feel me? Like you didn't do none of
Yeah,
that,
I
yo.
do that for people who are really like.
Hey
so
yo,
technically
Exactly.
But
hey
I
yo,
wanna-
hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
What's
What's
up,
up, y'all?
Smoker?
What's
Hey,
up? Let me ask this though. I didn't catch her name though. Who was talking just now?
Sharlene.
What? Charlene? Okay. Are you square? And this is not like a. It's not an offensive. I'm not trying to be offensive. Are you square?
What do you mean by that?
Are you kind of staunch? Like, do you have like? There's certain things you don't do because it doesn't seem ladylike to you.
Yes. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't do it because of that in past experiences. So that's why I don't do it.
Okay, that's actually kind of reasonable. It's kind of reasonable because I ain't gonna lie. Like, if somebody send me some lingerie pics unwarranted, I don't feel special. I feel as if you send them to everybody. I don't know if the other brothers agree, but it's just like lingerie pics is some shit that just come normal.
It depends on the situation. Because if it's a female that you really, really sexually attracted to, and she sends you some lingerie or something that has a sexual nature to it, you're gonna feel okay. Well, she's choosing because it's women have different ways of using choosing signals. Some women is more like on the flirtatious in person. Some women are shy, but they feel more comfortable, sending you like a sex text or whatever. So for me, it just depends on the female and what kind of women
Now,
I
now
think
hold
you
on.
should give a guy small dosages. You shouldn't just give him a full cup right away.
No, and I'll be real with what she's saying right there, because I'll be honest, those who give me that all the time, I don't give a fuck. Like, I know I'm a fuck, but I ain't gonna, like, I'm gonna hit. That's it. Like, I'm not gonna take you that seriously because I didn't get a chase. And I'm not trying to, like, be extra. It's just like, I really like a chase. If I can get a
Right.
sex pic easy or a video easy, then I'm not that interested. I just know that I can call
Let
you. And
me
you
ask
can
this. Let me ask this. Well, first, let me read the super chats. Is what it is. Says sandwiches. Sandwiches is pronounced sandwiches. Is delicious, bro. I appreciate you, man.
You're welcome.
I was talking to the super chat. I was saying thanks
No,
for that.
that was me.
That's
Oh,
him
that was
right
you.
there.
Okay. All right. And let's see. You also says, let's see, you have to provide the food, the fridge, has all the food you like anyway. You're supposed to get what you want by providing the food you need to cook. Yeah. So you agree with me in that front. Listen, I could tell by the way you're talking. Oh, one last one. This is you also, AKA Samus. Yeah. Okay. So you got it. Yeah. Okay. So I could tell that you're a little younger. You're younger than I am. You're gonna reach an age where the chase get tiring, and that's true. That's true for anything. That's true for any species. Their lions. Be like, damn, I'm tired of chasing. I'm at an age to where I'm tired of chasing down zebras, and I'll just take the crippled one. Or
No.
the old one or something like that. Yeah, it is what it is. You say that now, but it is what it is. And see that. No. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about what she wants, about what Sharlene wants. She wants a guy who don't want the chase, because being in a relationship is the absence of chase. See, being in a relationship is a sexual farm. It's not, you're not out hunting for meat. You're just going to a stable market to get the meat that you want. That's what being in a relationship is. So, it's fine. Yeah, the thrill of the chase is great. But, when a guy is in chase mode, once he's captured his prey, what does he do? He goes out and chase again and again. That's the difference.
You gotta use your British voice again and again.
But then they complain about
Oh
that.
no, that's not because Denzel Washington said it in Malcolm X. That's not British. That's something else.
GC, a lot of times.
No, I just said you're supposed to make it sound fancy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A lot of times, once they stop, they say they don't like the chase. But here's what I've learned from experience: the chase never really ends with women, bro. Like, it may slow down, but the moment you get into a relationship and then the man starts getting comfortable, thinking like, oh, I don't got to chase anymore. Everything's good. I did all the chase in the beginning. That's when they start looking for that excitement. So the chase really never ends. It just goes into a different mode in your relationship. Because the moment that you become stagnant in a relationship, I'm telling you, that's when you start taking for granted the things that you are doing. Because a lot of times men seek relationships because they don't want to do the chasing anymore and they want stability. And a lot of women get very bored with stability. They don't want it once they get it.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Women do get bored with stability. And me as a man, as an older man, I don't want a chick who still wants to chase, especially since chasing means something. I'm in my early 40s. Especially chasing means something different for women than men. It means something completely different, like because women don't really have to work as hard for sexual gratification.
Facts.
So, the fact that they like that,
you do with me though.
Huh?
Nah, I say you do with me though.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they like that, it really means something. It's like, like there are guys who are in relationships because, they chase unsuccessfully. Like guys that would cheat, but they're just not given the opportunity. That's not true for a woman. If she wants to cheat, she will and can and does.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Oh, yeah.
Bumble club.
So when they say chase, like, I think a lot of times women say chase when they're referring to themselves. I think they're referring to the fact that they're tired of attracting men that are more on the player side of the game. Mm-hmm. And that's what they mean. So it's not like they were putting in a lot of work. But when men say chase, they literally mean like, having to approach 100 women in a year just to get a couple of dates in a year. It really means chase. But women just mean that they're tired of being like the second or third side piece on a dude's carousel or whatnot. That's what they usually mean.
But I gotta say this though, that is slightly unrealistic. Just off the weight that it's just like, I gotta say this, it's a little unrealistic only because I'm saying it's just you want to continue to be chasing, you don't want to be second and third option, but like I'll be honest, like I enjoy when somebody say, hey, I want to clean your house and cook for you. It's a great feeling because I realized how much I had to do for you to do that, which was talk to you a couple times. Like that's like women ain't willing to honestly accept that. Like it's just you are willing to, just because I gave your ass some attention and then I gave you that, I gave you that pole for a little bit. You will cook and clean for me. That's great.
Hold on right quick. We got a fucking imbecile here. I know for a fact that Melody is not size 16, and nor has she hit the wall physically or biologically. You see, here's the thing.
I never heard that.
Well, yeah. Why do you think I'm acting like a size 16? What did I say?
You don't even sound like a big female.
Melody, it's already a hate train towards you, girl.
Her name is Boy
She is threatened. She is threatened by women like you. You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna put it on this banner. I'm gonna put the banner up, and y'all know which one I'm talking about. Hold on. If you ain't fucking pygmies, you ain't fucking shit, and you know it. And you know it. You know what this banner means? It means that your pussy ain't worth nothing, boy. Bye. It is useless. It is useless. Why? Because you ain't a pick me, and you try to shame other women who are pick me's to try to create some illusion that your vagina is worth more. Your vagina ain't worth shit. All right.
Ain't nobody's vagina ain't worth shit.
Each and every single day.
No, stop lying. The only way your vagina works
vagina could pop off kids.
Hold on. The only thing that makes your vagina work
literal. That's if their vagina is valuable, though.
No, I'm saying the only way your vagina ain't valuable
has a lot of power, especially
vagina's power.
Stop. Yo, hold on.
Okay, well, let's put it like this. Hers is more powerful than yours. That is how it works. A pick-me's vagina is worth more than a non-pick-me's vagina.
Hey,
and I don't care how much of a thrill of a chase a man has. And Stucco can agree to this, that he prefers pick-me's over non-pick-me's.
She
No
has an
matter
active
how much you
space.
chase for a non-pick-me. That's like see, we're not stupid. We're not like y'all. We don't buy like $1,000 shoes
Can I
because
raise my hand up?
right quick. We don't
Go
buy
ahead, bro.
$1,000 shoes just because they cost $1,000, and we don't treat a woman better just because she's hard to get. She has to be worthy of it. And a pick-me is a woman who makes herself worthy of it. Damn it.
I think you're switching the topic. So a pick me
No.
is somebody who will
You
settle
say
for
vaginas are
anything.
worth something, and they are. But guess what? Not all vaginas are created equal. Some are worth more than others, and melodies
GameChanger. Can I explain why?
is worth more than many. Is worth more than many.
Thank you, GC.
And there are
GameChanger.
women like this chick in the chat room who cannot embrace that fact. She cannot
GameChanger.
embrace that fact that out there, you want to know where Melody's ring is. You want to know, you want to know where Melody's ring is. It's on your goddamn finger if she so choose it.
Now,
That's right.
GameChanger. GC, calm down. Calm down.
Bumble claw.
Whoever's
Calm
in
down.
the
He
chat,
said
they
bomba
a
claw.
hater. So boy,
Hey,
bye
look,
is
we got Jamaican here.
GameChanger.
I'm a North American Negro, bro.
Right quick, please. If she so choose it, she can get your husband to take the ring off your finger and put it on hers. And and he'll be like, my grandmama gave me this ring. Snatch it off yours and say, bow when you come see me. He snatch it off yours and put it on Melody's finger. Why? Because her vagina is worth more than yours.
And she's willing to make the sandwiches. Girl, bye.
Right.
Hold on.
All
Right.
He gonna take your man.
Can I throw a curveball right quick?
No, go.
All right. This is what I'm saying right here. I'll be real with you. I'm not going to discriminate with my company as much, only because it's like, I say this. I like a pick-me to stay around. I don't know when I'm going to decide to marry somebody, but I like a pick-me to stay around. But the other
See
one...
how fucked up that logic is?
All I want is a pick-me. That's all I want.
Hold on. The pick-me can stay around because I got to make my selection process. But the other one, she gonna be over here all the time, and I'm gonna have my house clean just because I'm not gonna let you clean my house because you dirty. Like, your pussy is available at all times, and I always gotta use condoms with you. But if you're a pick-me, you're showing me that you're putting forth so much effort that I'm like, I don't think you're getting dug out as much. Does that make sense?
No.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't, bro. Yo, wait. Let me just say one thing. Bro, Stuco. I think that's what your name is. Stucco. So this is the thing. We're announcing pick-me's all 2021. Let me tell you why. Because boy bye, aka girl bye, she doesn't understand. She thinks that she's the prize, and really she's not. You cannot win with a non-pick-me, bro. As much as speaking.
What she displayed to make her not a pick-me. That's what I'm saying. One more time,
bro. Because she hated on Melody. What was the point of that? If you
late.
Okay, bro.
No,
but you can see, bro. They just highlighted on the chat, bro. Like literally seen this. Melody didn't say nothing. Do you understand? The reason why Melody get praised is because she's a pick-me. And I don't mean to. If you okay with that, Melody, I don't want to say something you ain't. You cool with that?
I'm cool with that.
All right, cool. So the thing about it is she's more valuable than boy bye, because the fact of the matter is she don't need to sit up there and say anything about another woman, aka the sisterhood that she probably comes from, bro. That's why I'm trying to tell you, pick-me's are forever winning, forever. Nobody wants to deal with some woman that got some issues, got to hit on another girl, my dude. So non-pick-me's or never be valuable. Their vagina, their sexual value will never be up to par. They're to the likeness of the deepest tunnel in the subway system in New York. They're worth nothing. 6 feet.
Now let me see. Maybe it might just be a regional thing, because maybe what I've experienced might be a little different. Like, bruh, I have complete thoughts that are willing to wash my walls in the crib.
Like, pick-me's? Okay, so that means that they're pick-me's.
Exactly.
Listen, bro, hold on. But they're willing to do something for you. Are they willing to sit up there and cook you food and make your sandwich?
Yeah, even though they.
Okay, so that means they're a pick me. That means that doesn't relate to boy bye. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
That ain't even the way that they use it.
I respect it. I respect it because the name boy bye just sounds very bad. It's combative.
The way that
because that's a ratchet Tatiana.
The way that they use pick me in this space isn't even based on anything that either one of you guys is saying. Basically, pick me is any black woman who aligns herself with free-thinking black men or has any kind of favoritism towards black men. So the fact that Melody's on Game Changer panel, that alone is the definition of pick me, the way that it's used by women in this space. So if he was a white man and Melody was on this panel,
bro, it's not a race thing. It's not a race thing. Pick me's is universal, my dude.
Well, hold up,
bro. If any bitch willing to
be he doesn't value herself.
Pick me is an invented term, so you can't be like, well, pick me is universal. It's a made-up term that was made by women to stop certain kinds of black women specifically from aligning themselves with black men in the face. That's what it means.
You know why?
You try to shame
Sharlene, Melody, let Sigma finish.
The way that the brothers talk about, well, it's universal. No, it's a made-up term, so there is no definition outside of how it's applied in this space, because that's where it came from. Women going at men like Game Changer, who had women who said, you know what, I kind of like what he's saying. So she's a pick-me because she's aligning herself with his logic and not the, what is he calling, the sisterhood's logic. That's all a pick-me is.
All right, the definition of a pick-me is a woman who has no standards for herself.
Wait, so you be doing?
I mean,
wait. So why y'all keep making grilled cheese? Hold on.
No standards.
Why do y'all make grilled cheese?
Wait, let her talk, bro.
Because she wants validation. And the reason why we hate pick-me's on this space is because she doesn't value herself. So she's allowing these men to stay broke, busted, and disgusted. They're not trying to fix themselves up because they're getting free access to pussy.
Okay,
wait, but that's wild. What do you get out of this?
Put it like this. In the past 4 years, you've only dealt with dudes who are broke, busted, and disgusting.
That's not true.
Then why aren't you
not in a relationship?
Then why aren't you with
Because not every guy who has money and who has stuff going for them has a good character.
That's because he got standards.
So he's basically
don't have standards.
Basically,
no, the one she just said.
He had a whole nother baby while we were dating.
Okay, so that means that you weren't dealing with the right man. Duh.
Exactly.
And then wait.
So was the woman he had a baby with a pick-me?
Yeah, she was.
No.
Exactly.
Okay, so she ain't with you.
You want to know why you lost to her? Because her.
I didn't lose shit to her. Listen,
you did lose.
Yes, you did. You lost the baby to her. You lost the baby.
You lost
the baby and a penis to her. You were not pick me enough, and therefore she got the baby and the permanent penis, and you got the tampons.
Actually, they're not together. So she just had a baby, and now she has a baby daddy.
I
So
bet
now
that nigga gonna hit again.
He can still hit, but he can still smash if he wants to.
No, that's him behaving dishonorably. The point is, the point is that when putting the two vaginas together, hers won out over yours. The pick-me vagina will always win out over the non-pick-me vagina. Sandwiches always win over empty hands. Empty hands means empty vaginas, and that's what yours is.
Younger, hotter, sexier, childish.
It sounds
yes, sir.
It don't mean empty bellies though, because a lot of these women still have children.
So Sharlene, why are you single right now then?
Because I am decisive. I need to see what
decisive because you're not a pigmy. Hello.
Exactly. And the men that you
can't get a man then. So the case is closed.
Decide to be with pygmies.
Make her bad, bro. You got to figure out what she done done to make her be non-select.
Bro, she complained about basic every man she done been with for the past 4 years. Come on, man.
I'm just talking.
You showed yourself not to be a pygmy. So don't have standards like that to keep a man.
Look, we yelling, but I'm saying, bro, man.
No, I'm just passionate.
I'll feel you. Now, I respect it. I'm just saying, because I'm late. I'm like, what exactly did she decline to do that led her to lose to another bitch? If I hope I'm getting you the money.
Listen, I ain't lose to nobody. I'm happy. Look, they took that garbage off of my,
Do you want a man? Hold
That's
on.
why.
Are you still looking for a man?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you happy without one?
Yeah, I'm content.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
I'm a 10. If I like, I'm a 10. I'm good.
You're lying to me. And the
You're
only
lying.
reason why I say, please let me say why. Because if
Why?
you say something too, it's going to make it seem like we jumping her. I'm saying the reason why you unhappy was 1, you stuttered. And 2,
Because
you
I'm
said,
stuttering.
yep, that's
No,
number
I'm
1.
Okay, so
Because
we have to see Melody's ring, Melody. I need you to show your ring.
no,
You just
no,
showed
listen,
her
listen,
ring.
listen,
Cut him off.
Shawty,
Cut him
hold
off.
on, bro,
You just
bro.
Is she serious?
how you just
Hold on.
No,
Hold
listen to
on.
me. Listen to me good. You just showed her ring. If she wanted, she had it. Fellas, press 1 in the
She does
chat.
not have a ring
Press
because
one
no
in the
one wants
chat
to
room.
wipe her.
Press
No,
one.
She
men
does
don't
not
want to
have
wipe
what
her.
it
They
takes.
don't want to wipe
What
you.
is a ring?
They don't want to wipe women like you.
Let's do. Press 1 in the chat room if you would like to wife Melody or a woman like her. Press 1 in the chat room, fellas.
And none of you Dusty saved her.
That is what you decide.
None of y'all saved her. Look at
Hold
her.
on, wait.
on
That's
our
me.
chat.
You see how you had to call
No,
us
you're
Dusties
rude as
automatically?
hell.
We got in chat. You're undesirable by nature. Why? What are you
Whoever
talking about?
whoever your husband is, he can have you because you know
You
what?
can't have you. Nobody wants you.
Hold on, no.
You're not desirable.
Hold on, Brown.
But y'all want Melody though.
Relax,
Why
bro.
don't she
Yeah,
have a
because she's a
Y'all
pick me.
don't
You're
save
not.
her.
You're not.
Don't save
Too
poor
many niggas
Melody.
whooping her ass.
She
Nobody
needs
wants women
y'all.
like you.
She
Stop
needs you on
arguing
your
with
white
her.
horse.
No, it
Come
has
on,
nothing to
Melody.
do with that because she
Go
Bumba
get
fits
your
the
clock.
traits.
man.
Hold on.
Bumba
Oh
clock.
my God.
Bumba Claude.
He's rude.
Bomba clock.
I'm
What
laughing
you
at
need
y'all.
to
Like
do
you
is
came
listen
on
to
here to
me.
diss on Melody. You look like a
None of
loser
y'all
right
will go
now.
over there and marry her.
Man.
No,
Bottom line.
yo,
Because she's
you
a pick me. No one
no, listen,
values pick me.
Pick me is gonna
listen.
fucking win 2021. What are you talking about?
Bruh,
Her.
let no bitch
Her.
shoot
She's
herself
right.
in the foot.
She's about to hit the wall,
Bruh.
y'all. Hurry up, go get her.
But why are you here? Why are you here sitting up there dissing on Melody?
Y'all
You
are
haven't shown no
ridiculous. I
trait
listen to
of
y'all
being
talk all this shit.
okay,
and
but
it's
you just
like
came on here. You just out there and called her a size 16. You look stupid.
because I had to like this is
But
For
that
what? But you
behavior
came here on
is
this
what
chat
got
though. But you came
Melody
here on
by
this chat.
herself.
You're not a pick me. You're not a pick
There
me.
is nothing wrong with the way
Sharlene
you
is
think.
still
You
single.
are going to get the man that you actually
No,
want.
she's
While
not.
this
No,
pick
she's
me
not.
and all the women
That
out there
sisterhood is
are
hard,
going
man.
to live a miserable life.
Wait a minute.
They're gonna be baby mamas and
Just me.
bitter at the end of the day.
Just me.
Yes.
No, hold
Yes.
on, fellas.
If you act the way that you act,
Younger, hotter, sexier, childish.
Just me.
Yeah, I'm all those
Let me
things.
speak
Thank you.
Let me speak
That's
to
why I
your
got my ring at 20 years old. Thank you very much.
I understand. Let me speak to your husband.
Let's go, just me.
Let me speak to your husband.
He's at work. Are you guys at all employed? I don't think so. Like y'all have all day to get on your chat.
Okay.
My man is productive, unlike you. They don't get on chat and talk about women all day.
But you just got on the chat and talked about Melody.
Wait.
Sad men at the end of the day. Because women who are actually worth a damn have rings. The men who wanted those women gave them the rings, and the rest of y'all sit and cry in misery. And then y'all are the ones.
What kind of work does your husband do?
Why'd you mute me?
Because
you want me to answer? No, you're trying to control a narrative.
Yeah,
you're just a ratchet Tatiana. That's here.
Oh, that's what I am. That's fine. I got a ring though.
What kind of work does your husband do?
He owns a business actually.
So as the person in charge, he should be able to take a phone call, right?
I'm not giving anyone my husband's number.
No, I'm not asking you to.
I showed you my ring.
No. What I would like for you to do.
My husband will be offended.
I know. So let's put your husband on the phone, please.
My husband is not here. He's at work. I just told you. I'm at home.
No. Okay, so you have a phone.
I'm at home
right?
sitting pretty.
No. You have a phone.
Okay.
Use such a device to call your husband, and then through the miracle of
Sir,
technology.
I don't answer to you. I don't do anything you ask me.
So through the miracle of technology,
You are some random man on the internet.
Not too random.
Any of that.
My channel. So
you're a random woman.
I
here.
would like for you, right quick, Robert. I would like for you to place your husband on the phone. Your business.
No, I would like for you to mind your business. I'm not.
All right, and that's the end of that.
You want you to mind your business.
So I think it's clear that, you know, look at my ring, like, oh, I don't have a husband, but you know, oh, he's working, he owns his business, so he should be able to talk. Yeah, but I don't have to answer to you.
Wait, but
Melody, we don't believe
she's speaking volumes right now.
What volumes is she speaking? Because it's mute.
No, go for it. What? Please tell me.
No, because the man that he has a business, and you know, obviously he values her and he wants to provide for her.
What is his business?
And I'm just saying, the guys that I want to date, I want them to be of equal caliber to me. And
okay, Sharlene, let me ask you a question. What is his business?
I don't know what's his business. As long as
you don't know his business because she would announce me. Because hello, like she's not saying it.
Well, he could have.
Which means she's probably reaching.
She definitely rude as hell. And the thing is, a lot of women don't understand that your behavior in a space like this does tell a person a lot about what kind of woman you are. Because for me personally, I don't know about the other men on the panel, I wouldn't be cool with my woman while I'm at work providing for her going on a panel that she said is random as hell, and then investing her time with individuals that she doesn't know, but she's willing to put in 2 or 3 hours listening, joining panels, and then bringing her rudeness onto a panel like this. So to me, I don't think he really got much of a prize. But to something that Sharlene said earlier that brought me on the panel, I just wanted to bring back to, she had said something to the extent that women want producers. And I thought that was interesting because if you judge women in America by the results that they're getting, it doesn't seem to me that they want producers by who they're having their children. Because I think that a woman honors producers by mating with producers. So if women really wanted producers, why isn't the average woman that has a child by a man with a producer? Why do they give the most important thing they can give, a child, to men that are not?
Because we learn. Now we burn and we learn. We know that potential does not pay the bills. Potential is not working. We need somebody who's actually doing what they say they're going to do.
So why don't you think about that before you get pregnant and have a kid, though?
Listen, I already said I've been through my experiences, and I don't take it back. I love my son, and he's here. And
well, I mean, we don't got to speak specifically. I'm talking about on
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Stop.
You got a kid on top of
you got a kid?
Yes, I have a son.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait. Stop. Can I ask a question to Sharlene? Sharlene? No, I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna be serious this time. So the man that you had a child by, why are y'all not together? And what was the deal? How come if it didn't work out, he had a good quality, what made it stop? Because you know, you're talking about dating, you haven't dated in 4 years, but obviously you have a child. So the man that you had a child by, is he a dusty? Is he not worth it? How come y'all not together right now?
Well, the guy who I had a child with, he was in the military, and I was young at the time. I was overseas, and I was young, and at the time I was alone, and I didn't really know much about dating. I should have probably dated out and probably listened to a lot more dating coaches, but I wasn't. I was just.
So you admit that you have an irresponsibility that cost you a child, right?
But that was when I was younger.
No, it doesn't matter if you was younger. You still would have the mindset to know that you was irresponsible. Yes or no?
Yeah, but he told me he wanted the child. Anyway, the child came about.
Wait. That means you're irresponsible. If you knew you didn't want to have a child with the man, why would you have a child with him?
Did he give you a ring when he told you that?
He didn't even give you a ring.
We did get married.
Y'all did get married.
Yeah.
Wait, fellas. Let's break this down. So you're telling me that he wanted to have a child and you didn't?
At the time, I didn't want to.
You didn't want to have a child, but you did. That means that you're irresponsible.
Take the accountability.
And now you have to live with a child. Hold up. Now you have to live with a child that you didn't want to have, but he did, and y'all not together. And you have the nerve to sit up there and talk about other women and pygmies. Make it make sense right now.
What are you talking about? I'm just speaking from my experiences. Like, I don't.
How long were you
Like,
married?
But now because of based on what you said, now the conversation is way different now. I hope you know that.
how is
How
it way
long were you
different?
married? How long were you married?
I was married for about, I would say like a year.
A year?
Hold on.
Oh,
Maybe not even a year. 6
Bruh.
months.
Hold on. So
Oh.
Sharlene, so you were married for a year. How long did you and this guy date for before you got married?
Like a whole year.
For how long?
A year.
So you dated for a year, and you said, you know what? He came to you. So were you all in on the marriage, or was it more on him? Because it sounded like it was more on him than you. You don't sound like you wanted to get married or have a child.
You know, at the time I wanted to make it work, but now that I
That
look at
sounded
it,
convenient.
Hold on, let her talk. Let her go.
no, at the time I was in love. I was all about it. I was like, yes, we had a baby and I was so in love. But then when I got married, it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't what it seemed.
Okay, so
It was
let
like
me.
he put up a front for like a whole year, and then when you got to actually see him and see what he's about, it wasn't all peaches and roses.
Can I ask something right quick?
Right quick, Stucco. What did you find out about him that you found displeasing?
Well, he was abusive and he was condescending, and
He
he
was
would
physically
always
abusive?
compare me to somebody else.
Was he
Okay,
physically,
so
was he physically abusive, verbally, emotionally? What type of
He
abuse?
was verbally, and yeah.
what
So
did he
you
say?
do right quick, Stucco. You do realize that there is an implication of physical when people say abusive. Were you doing that deliberately?
He was abusive physically also.
So did he? What was his preferred method of whipping your ass? Like, did he reach his
This
right
is not
hand
even a laughing
over
matter. I have like a restraining order.
Yeah,
against
y'all are legit psychotic.
Well, yeah,
No,
I
you're
am.
psychotic.
So I mean,
Okay. Y'all just laughed at a woman getting beat up. But
Just
okay.
me, you're
We
psychotic.
didn't laugh at her about that. What are you talking about?
I didn't laugh.
We weren't
I'm
laughing about that.
I'm curious. Like, did he use the method where he placed the back of his hand over his left shoulder, of his right hand over his left shoulder, and then extended radially outward across your face, or did he use his right hand and place it upward towards the sky, his fingers pointing up, and then in a swooping motion, swoop across your face? What?
he was just physically abusive and verbally.
Yeah, I know, but more
And he
specifically,
would like bust holes in
what I'm curious about is what type of ass whooping did he give you?
Why are you asking this? I have trauma from this.
No, please, just indulge me for a second. What type of?
No, I'm not
what
gonna
type of-
talk about this because
Hey yo,
It was a long time ago, right?
They said that she
yes,
like
it was
attention,
a long
though.
time ago.
So I'm hoping that you're over. Okay, so help me teach the women who are listening ways to duck. So please, what type of ass whooping?
He slapped my emotions.
Are you being funny right now?
I am not.
Very.
Hey, Sharlene, you said that you had this baby and you didn't want to get married.
Let her answer right quick. Let her answer. What type of ass whooping was it?
Why are you asking me that?
Well, because I think you're lying. I think that
I am not lying.
I think that what you're doing is you're meddling the definition of physical abuse. He pinched you.
Not.
Excuse me. He pinched you, or he bites you.
He did not pinch
or
me.
he bites you during sex. Well, so describe to me what your definition of physical abuse is. When I ask you for details, you don't say shit. Why? Because you know that your definition.
Oh my God! Why are we going?
You know that your definition of physical abuse is not the same one as everybody else's. That's why you refuse to answer the question of what type of ass whooping was it. Exactly.
If you really want to know, he held me as hostage.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
don't tell him, Sharlene. Don't tell him. He doesn't want it. He doesn't care. It's
no,
not.
I
It's not
don't
even
want to.
about
I
that.
don't want to know now.
He held me
No, I
hostage
don't
for
want to know now
24
because
hours.
you have time to make up the lie. You have
I'm not making up a lie.
No. Had you, excuse me, if when I first asked the question and you were to say he grabbed me by the hair and threw me out the window and beat me until I lost the baby, then I would believe you. But no, you kept avoiding it. You kept avoiding the question because it wasn't a real ass whooping. That is the truth.
Oh my God! He got mad at me because I wanted to break up with him.
You are lying.
Sharlene, he doesn't care.
You are lying right now on black men. The same
Think
type
of the
of lie
type of man
give
that
black
you're
men-
dealing with.
The same type of lie that give black men shot on the street. You're making up shit like that, okay? If somebody whipped your ass and it was a thorough ass whooping, you wouldn't start off with he gives me emotional abuse. Why? Because the first thing that you say when you say somebody abused you is the actual ass whooping, because people remember actual ass whoopings over abuse.
I don't want to go into those graphic details. I got over that, and I don't want to talk about it.
You are lying to make yourself seem less of.
If you want to say that to make yourself feel better, you can do
No,
that.
it's not to make myself feel better. It's because you're lying.
Yes, it is. You never went through what I went through.
All right.
And this is why I came for Melody the way that I did, because what type of woman would sit in a panel with men who think like this?
No, that's not how it started.
And
You
then,
know,
no, I want to hear Melody defend herself. Like, y'all chill.
Hold
All
on,
I'm
we want to
saying
tell
is
Sharlene
how
for a
you
second,
came
though.
at me was ghetto. Like, who does that? You just came on a panel
Okay,
yelling.
that's your
I don't
opinion.
deal with ghetto women. I be
Okay,
quiet and let them make a fool of themselves.
Okay.
So you go ahead and talk.
I asked you though, did you have a ring? You couldn't answer that.
RX.
You're the ultimate pick me. And you know, if whoever you're with, whoever you're subjugating yourself to beats your ass, you can come on here and they're not gonna do shit about it. They're gonna tell you that you deserved it.
What sisterhood thinks of me.
Nobody, hold
Okay.
on. Nobody's gonna say Melody deserves it, because Melody's not you.
Because she's a pick me, right? Okay. She gets protected because she's a pick me. I doubt that.
I hear an ass whooping a brewing. Okay, I listen to the timbre of your voice and I hear an ass whooping in the
I submit to my husband, but I need it the right way. That's why I got a ring. Okay.
Let me speak to
I showed my ring, bitch. Where's yours?
What's his business? What's his business?
The wall is approaching, Melody. You need to get one of these guys to wife you, or you're gonna be crying all alone in the bed. You're gonna be a cat lady, like they always like to tell everyone else. The wall is approaching. That's all I'm saying.
When Melody finds her husband, she's going to submit to him as well. You see, you are trying to leave the impression that submission is not the key to sustaining a relationship, when it is the same key that you use to sustain
my high value man. Not just random besties.
It is. Damn it, Sharlene! Can't you see two men are talking?
Charlene, Charlene, no, but Charlene, before I ask Charlene the question,
but you're still a dust bunny, so
she hadn't even said she's a child.
She's a dust bunny.
You're
she
divorced.
resides in the dust. She resides in the dust.
But how when she?
Okay, and then so now, but at first she was black. Remember she was black when y'all were defending her. But of course, her other side comes out.
But
she is black though.
That's the difference between us. You're angry. You're the type that you're the reason the men
made
the
but you're the stereotype. You're the baby mama.
You're
the baby mama.
She doesn't have a kid. She doesn't. Charlene has a kid. She doesn't have a kid.
Charlene is the baby mama.
Charlene's the baby mama. What are you talking about?
And Melody is the pick me. Because
Charlene's the baby mama on this panel.
And this explains why you don't pay attention. This is why we don't like Tatianas like you. You just proved that.
And you're soon to leave your husband.
You're Ratiana calling us dusty.
I need you guys to know that nothing.
Yeah, but you're here. But wait, miss, you're here.
I came here to address Melody.
Okay, for what? You just sat there and insulted her out of nowhere. What are you talking about?
I have nothing to say to you, Dusties. You will be Dusty till the day.
Okay, where's your husband? Okay, all that energy you have. Where's your husband? 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 Where's your husband?
And that's not okay. Charlene, I'm about to hop off. Charlene, you do not need to give these men any of your time. Charlene, you need to get off because these guys are toxic.
Go back to Cynthia G's page. Go back and
everybody do that.
Melody. You're gonna hit the wall and die alone. Just telling you that you get no play for being a pick me.
Nobody wants you.
You get no play for being a pick me.
Nobody wants you here. Go back over there.
The free validation is not enough, sweetheart. You need a ring. You need a provider.
A ring is validation.
You do not have a provider. You do not have a ring. No commitment.
Neither do you.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so what I'm gonna. Okay, she left. See, I wanted to let her speak to Sharlene. But you see, here's what she's doing. Here's what she's doing. And ladies, you listen good. And then I'm going to go over to Chantel's. And then I'm going to go over to Chantel's channel right here. But this is what she's doing. She's telling y'all, who's that? Who's that in the background? She's telling y'all that submission is not the key, while at the same time claiming that she submits to her husband. Y'all see the bitch crap that's going here?
Total bitch.
Y'all see the bitch crap. I'm submissive to my husband. I submit, but don't submit like Melody. Y'all see what she's doing? That is the trickery. She is trying to trick you into a life of misery. And I'm talking to you, Sharlene. She wants to assure that your wife is your vagina is empty, and that it maintains its emptiness indefinitely. That is what she is trying to do. We're trying to help you. We're trying to help you to get rid of the ways of women like that who wants nothing from you. Why don't she find you some penis? In fact, she's in the chat room.
She's looking for penis. She's looking for penis.
Ask her to find you some penis. Ask her from her husband's company. Ask her to hook you up with one of his employees. Ask her to find you one. If I had one dick, wouldn't be here. You know, just ask her to find you one penis.
GC, I got a question though, because like going back to what Sharlene, because before I asked Sharlene that question, she never disclosed to being a baby mama. So the reason I asked her the question I asked her is because she was saying that women seek producers, right? And my argument was that the way that you tell society and the male sexual marketplace that you demand a producer is by when I look out on the marketplace and I talk to women that have children, they should either be married, divorced, widows, or women that only have children by producers. But we know that based on the child support records, that can't be the case because the average income of a man paying child support, now this is the average, is $41,000.
Okay.
So she proved my point, and I didn't even know she had a child. She proved my point. Without me even having to know she had a child, she ended up being exactly what I was talking about. They mate with non-producers, and then they ask the men that haven't made bad decisions that I don't think women are aware of how much effort, work, and sacrifice it takes the average man to become a producer in America. That man has to go through his own little journey of gaining credentials, money, experience, things of that nature to become a producer. And then this woman, like Sharlene, because I didn't even know she had a child until she answered the question, they want you to come through later. Then you're supposed to clean up all this mess. Dude, I'm just trying to figure out who raises people to think like that. Men who sacrifice too much.
They raise each other to think that way.
They gotta protect each other.
He has a single woman saying that she has two single women here, and somehow Melody, the single childless, the younger, hotter, sexier, childless woman, is somehow worse than the one who is childed and not making a sandwich. Single.
It makes no sense, man. It don't even make no sense.
Pick me's all 2021.
They're going to discourage pick-me's. It's in the scrolls. They're going to discourage pick-meism at all costs. At all costs, they're going to discourage pick-meism.
Yeah.
You know?
The shit is
sick, man. This husband with she has a club ring, you know, the type of ring that chicks wear in the club to keep dudes away. And then when you ask to speak to the husband, he owns his own business and he can't talk. Like, what do you mean?
But she was lying, GC. I don't think she was mad.
What does that mean, though, when a woman says, my man is in business? Dude, there's so many verticals and horizontals within business. I need to know what is his specific business field and type that he's doing. Women they come on here and you be like, well, what does your husband do? He's in business. That doesn't tell anything about what he does. You know?
Exactly.
He owns his own business. What is it, a lemonade stand?
You sell batteries on the street, bro? Like,
yeah.
He's an Avon man.
Really, a person who recycles cans sells
a business, man.
Yeah,
right. He got a YouTube, a beginning YouTube channel. Now he's a businessman. That's what's going on. Just hit 1,000 subscribers. Now he's a business.
Yeah. Sisterhood Enterprises
is pimping her. Like, that's a business too. Like, I mean, it could be anything.
But hold on, though. I'm asking the panel again, and the people in the chat. If your wife, and I ask this all the time when I talk to married women on these panels, how many of you dudes would be cool with your wife spending all her free time while you at work, listening to random men, because she called GC Random channel, spending all this time listening, then going on. Are you guys cool with having a wife like that? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Nah,
that doesn't make sense to me though.
It don't
You're
make no
married,
sense.
You got a husband, and you're online speaking to random men. That's a bit suspect as well. Like,
and arguing with men to make no points at all when you have a whole husband you can sit up there and talk to. But yet and still, I mean,
her point was that Melody shouldn't be submissive. Like who wants a wife that's preaching non-submissiveness to other women?
Right. Why is she worried about a single woman when she has a whole husband? That's what I don't understand.
Because she don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
She don't. So.
And she's showing you like a picture. She was trying to convince Sharlene to, take her path and show false success. Like, oh, if you bitch at a man long enough, he'll respect you and he'll marry you. Like,
well, who do you think you're gonna take that anger out on? Now you guess what's gonna happen? Her husband not getting no sandwich, and because of what happened on the panel, if she quote unquote has a husband, she gonna take all that anger on him anyways. That's the game, because she's spending all this time soaking up all this negative energy that comes from the sisterhood, that she ain't even putting herself in a position to really be a wife that is focused on her husband. That's why I say when these women come on here talking about, I got a man and I got a husband, I say that's not a reward for that man to have a wife like you, because you're spending all your time, as she called GC Random, with random men on YouTube, and worrying about a woman who's not worried about you is crazy.
You know what it's like, bro? You know what it's like, Sigma? You know what it reminds me of? Remember in Martin, instead of saying you ain't got no job, you ain't got no man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He said that to Pam all the time.
Where's Waldo? Where's Pookie? You know what I'm saying?
But why do the sister have a problem with anybody who takes up for black men?
Because you're setting another standard.
Because Melody, that's the thing. If as long as they can have those people and those representatives put us down as usual, it makes them stay on their square and their status quo. They don't want to see a positivity out of black men at all.
Well, misery loves company, because they're
exactly.
They don't got a man. It's Valentine's Day coming up in a couple weeks, and they're seeing all these other women that are quote unquote pick-me's they got someone bringing them through with the limo. They got chocolates coming in. They're at work, and some man just sent a bunch of roses. But every Valentine, she's sitting there with nothing but bills, and a bunch of dusty dudes in her DMs. And then that makes you feel like, damn, if all I attract are broke, dusty dudes, then what does it say about me? So that's why they don't want someone like Melody here, because Valentine's Day is around the corner and there is nobody there coming through that door. Superman ain't coming through that door.
And they quick to call black men dusties. That's so corny.
Right.
Like,
yes.
Well, it's a general pejorative, like pick me,
Right.
Basically, they're anti-black love because they were unable to achieve it.
The ones doing the most talking about dusties are the dustiest bitches you would ever come in contact with, period.
Ooh, yep. Lord have mercy.
Exactly.
And that's what it all boils down to.
But they're married to businessmen that own their own business.
They have a business. we don't know what business, but they have a business. Success.
Yeah, man, that's like one of these dudes running game on these bras. Like, these dudes, these little scammers that be sending them emails from Nigeria and shit. This is one of these females dumb enough to have gotten one of those emails. Dude ran game with her, like, let me use your address for this LLC, and now she thinks she's with a businessman, and she gonna be scammed out of her own assets that she got, if she got any.
Facts.
All right, so let me read this last super chat, and then I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna head over to Chantel's channel, and she has a lot of good stuff going on there. So let's see. I'll put the link in the description. It says, and the moral of the story is women like Sharlene are exactly why we men don't take them seriously. Lack of depth, childish, and irresponsible. Well, I mean, I think that Sharlene represents women who are being misled. And I do think that that boy bye chick is a leader. Like, she is leading these women deliberately in the wrong direction. Sharlene's just like confused. She's just confused on what to do. And this chick comes out of nowhere and saying, oh, well, you shouldn't be a pick-me because the last thing a single woman should want is to get picked. Like, huh? Well, pygmies become single mothers, but she's a single mother. Like, so yeah, it's everything is wrong with that. She's just being misled, and for whatever reason, they have this perverse desire to do it. You know?
Yeah, and I was in somebody's chat and I was giving my opinion, and I had all the black women come to me like, "You need to stay on code, sis." I'm like, nah, just because I'm black don't mean I gotta follow what you're saying. I'm not staying on code. No.
Exactly. And that's another
Stay
thing.
away from them.
As much as they talk about if Melody ended up pregnant by a broke, low-tier guy, then you would be an honorary member in the sisterhood. That's the funny thing about it.
Exactly.
If you were a baby mama, because like I said, he didn't want to answer that question until I gave her the example of how all these women that talk this production stuff, all of them be having babies by the brokest dudes. And then she admitted, yeah, I got a kid too by a broke dude. And based on the timeline that she gave of 1 year dating, 1 year married and divorced, that means most likely she only got married because she was pregnant, based on her own words.
True. I don't think she got married. I think she was
she got married.
No, she said she got married.
I mean, think so.
Yeah. It's not likely because think about it. Like she would have gotten married and pregnant like within a 2 year time or within a 1 year time period.
Right, and she took too long to answer it.
Weddings that quick, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. It could be some justice of the peace stuff, but it is more likely that they were more married in spirit.
Well, my whole point was that she talked about the production piece, and I keep hearing women saying this: we want producers. But then, as you question them, well, you've spent your whole life, one, not becoming the kind of woman that a producer would choose, but two, you're coming with all these liabilities that you have with non-producing men. So which one is it? Do you have a fantasy of producer that's going to come in and save you and your children, pay off all your debts? Or is this just some shit that you're doing because you don't have anything else better to do? Because to me, your actions, I don't care how many partners she may have, but when you have a child with a man, that means that you wanted to replicate whatever he represents in this world, period. That's my opinion.
True. So, Melody, I don't know if I showed you this, but I was able to get access to the scrolls of the sisterhood. And the reason why they come at you like this is because the submissive black woman is the mortal enemy of the sisterhood.
I believe that.
And that's why, that's why they hit you up in these mating rooms or these chat rooms saying that, you're off code and things like that. You're the mortal enemy of the sisterhood, period.
Yeah, they call me Pygmisha. I'm off code.
Exactly.
You come for me. I'm like, wow. Just because we have different opinions.
Right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
The black single career mother is the top of the sisterhood social hierarchy. Hence, what was her name? Sharlene. Yeah. Never publicly showed desire to date interracially unless first highlighting faults in black men. That's why she was showing her interracial relationship picture while calling us dusty. It's all ladies, we have your rule book. We have your rule book. You think you're doing something new. We already have your scrolls. We already have it. I mean, so yeah. Passively highlight the failures of black men every chance you get, champion the individual success of black women every chance you get. We have your scrolls. Everything you do, we're already a step ahead of you. Take it. Y'all gonna have to come with scrolls. Yeah. Right. I saw yours 6 years ago. Exactly. And this is really why they come at you.
Yep.
Don't speak against the sisterhood or the sisters in it.
Oh yeah, they hate me and Jessica for that.
Exactly.
We have our own opinions.
Exactly. And that's why you got YouTubers, big time YouTubers, six-figure subscriber count YouTuber coming at people, smaller time YouTubers. Why? Because they broke the code. Keep in mind that these are people that never go after other people. Chrissy never goes after anybody. Even if they make a light-skinned song, she never breaks code and go after them. But once somebody spoke against the sisterhood and the sisters in it, they feel the need to check.
Yeah.
They feel the need to check.
Cause that was ridiculous. I wasn't even talking, and that girl just came at me like out of nowhere. It was just weird.
Well, Carl, I didn't steal this from the locker room. I stole their scrolls. These scrolls was written the day after slavery. I stole their scrolls from one of their sisterhood meetings. I infiltrated. I pretended to be a simp for several years just to infiltrate and get access to the scrolls. And they were having the meetings, but it wasn't in a locker room. It was in a apartment complex rec room, and it used to be a gym, but they don't work out. So they took out the gym equipment and turned it into a rec room, and they had their meetings there. It took some doing. It took years to pretend to be a simp, but I snatched it. I snatched the scrolls and walked out. They wanted me to do some ungodly stuff in order to earn access to the scrolls. And I almost did it, but then I realized, I got a big dick and I ain't got to put up with this shit. So, I
think those was left by Harriet Jacobs, man. I think the Harriet Jacobs that wrote that book about the slave narrative, I think she might have left those scrolls by accident, man.
Harriet Jacob was actually speaking in favor of the black man, though. So I don't think she did the scrolls.
But she was laid up with Zaddy, though. That's the difference.
She was forced to.
Nope, not after she got out of slavery. She actually said in her narrative, she said that her preference was for white men. She said in her book.
I don't remember that part of the book. I do remember her understanding of the black man's plight, and I do remember that she had a master that she didn't favor, and she did all kind of escapades. I don't really remember what happened after she found freedom.
She ended up with a white man.
Okay, she did have reference for her father and other slaves. So
well, no, she wouldn't have been an honorary member of the sisterhood. She just gave them the instructions.
Okay,
But that white dude let her out that hole though. That's what she got with him afterwards, because when she was living in that hole, it was a white dude, I guess, that helped her out, and that's when so she ended up getting with him afterwards.
Okay. I have to reread it. It's a short read. The book by Harriet Jacob is called what is it? Diary of a Slave Girl.
There's the narrative, but there's one of these black female historians wrote a book about her called like Harriet Jacobs, Her Life or something.
Oh, that's what happened.
That's a really good read.
Okay. So that's why I just read her book.
Yeah, the narrative, but you got to remember though, Harriet, she couldn't read, so her book was just like a narration by someone that was taking slave narratives, but a good researcher wrote a whole book about her that breaks down her whole life. It's a really good read. It's called like Harriet Jacobs, Her Life or something like that. And she kind of just talked about it. It's like, yeah, we know that she was forced into the, to have the interracial babies and all that. But then after she got free enough to make her own decision, she ended up with a white dude as well, because I guess when she was hiding in the hole of her mother's cabin, there was a white dude, I guess, that had kept them, kind of safe from the the villain white dude. So it's a good read though.
Well, she was literate. I mean, but there is a difference between being literate and actually being able to compose a good novel, like or not really a novel, but a good story. Kind of like Malcolm X was literate, and he had Alex Haley, but I don't know. I'll have to do the research on that. Not that curious, so I'll probably save that for like summer reading. Yeah. But yeah, I'll do the research on that. But I don't think that she actually co-authored the scrolls because like I say, she spoke of them in favor. Now she emancipated herself, and then later, general emancipation came for everyone. And the day after that is when the scrolls were written. So perhaps her worldview has changed since then. I mean,
so who was the most feminist black woman on earth at the time the scrolls appeared? Who would that be? Who would get that title then? Back in that day, Sojourner Truth. Would it be Sojourner Truth?
That's a good point. Sojourner Truth, yeah.
Because she was feminist as hell, as quiet as it's kept, man. Sojourner Truth was really on that feminist tip early on, bro.
Yeah, it could have been her. We don't know the names. As I understand it, they weren't actually entirely literate. What they did was it was a bunch of them, and they all had brands, and they used the brands to determine letters, and and then they use that to make the best scroll they can. I actually have to do a lot of decrypting and interpreting of it. But the point is that the playbook hadn't changed. whether it was Harriet Tubman, Harriet Jacob, or Sojourner Truth, whoever did it, the narrative hasn't changed at all.
I don't know, man. I think that a white woman wrote it, bro. I think Susan B. Anthony might have had an influence on that shit, man.
When I seen the originals, it was done in several different handwritings. You think a white woman just did it?
Yeah, man. I think gave it to black women sometimes, or Pocahontas or someone. Because the black chicks in the sisterhood, they follow behind the white feminists and the Asian feminists. So you might have been fooled on this one, GC. They might have fooled you on the credit, who the credit should really go to on this one, bro. I think they got you with this one.
Well, one of them had a son, and his son knew about it. They thought he was just a little boy and he wouldn't know what was going on, but he knew about it. And even though he didn't have access to the scrolls, he vowed one day that his bloodline would gain access to it. So he told his son, and the secret was passed down from father to son, from father to son, from father to son, from father to son to me. And then once I became aware of its existence, I made it my goal to pursue the actual scrolls. Now, that may just be a thing of legend, that was passed down in my family line. But, who knows?
DC, the keeper of the scrolls, the
Yeah, the procurer of it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you got these scrolls. I really am.
Yeah. It shows their behavior. They have been following this template for generations. What she was doing today is nothing new. It's nothing new. This was written on June 20th, the day after slavery, and it still holds. What is it? Withhold femininity from black men at all costs. That's what she was doing. Let's see. But the main one that she was doing to you is the submissive black woman is the mortal enemy of the sisterhood. She was treating you like a mortal enemy. She was coming at you for no reason.
At all.
Yeah.
Man, she was like a rabid dog on Melody, boy.
Nah, that was a Rottweiler dog.
Like a pit bull.
No.
Don't
say pit bull. Don't say pit bull.
Oh, my bad.
Rottweiler, man.
Rottweiler, okay.
Oh, they really get the flag when you say pit bull. That's a trigger word over here.
They don't like that.
I mean, some of these women are psycho, bro. Like, she got to be very psycho, like the type of anger she had towards Melody. Like, it was not even, it was just so direct. You know what I'm saying? Like, she must have
been out of nowhere, too.
Yeah. Just out of nowhere. Like,
it's jealousy.
Because I was quiet. I wasn't even talking.
Yeah, definitely jealousy.
Charlene. Sharlene was on the hot seat and she was just like, "Wrong, Melody, wrong."
But I do
her mortal enemy. That's her mortal enemy.
Exactly. But I do appreciate you guys taking up for me. Like, I was like, oh, I don't even have to say anything.
Well, you know to throw security attack.
Nah, it's the NYNJ Alliance. You feel me? So I got you.
Definitely.
Got you, son.
These are the type of females we protect. We don't protect
you need to clip that clip, bro, because that's a good one to use in the future, bro. Like, if you can clip her coming on, because that shit was wild, man. Like, damn. It's like,
keep it all as evidence.
You know those security dogs that just have like a trigger word that like it'd be cool and calm, but if it just hear like a word like fart and it'll just chew your shit off, it was like Melody just giggling was like, she's like,
who is this black woman taking up for black men? They hate that. Like,
exactly, because you are going against the scrolls.
They're the new KKK, bro. I actually honestly believe that they're the new KKK if you think about it.
That's right.
So they have.
All right. Let's do closing thoughts. I'll do you Cotton. I'll do you last, Cotton Candy, because you didn't get a chance to speak. I'm about to head over to Chantel's page, so let's
drop the link.
Yeah, I'll drop the link. Go for it, Melody. You go first.
Thanks for having me. It's definitely been a crazy night. But thanks for taking up for me. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, you're welcome, love. All right, and next is Steven.
Good night. Appreciate the live stream today. I enjoyed it, but I don't understand these females and the type of teachings they be getting from this so-called sisterhood. It's very poisonous to their mind, and they need to be decentered. And liberated from their fuckery. So, you know, I hope the best for them and enjoy yourselves. Take care.
Okay. You too, bro.
Yes, Chief.
Brown Bird, that's you.
Hey, what's good, y'all? You already know the deal. I appreciate it as always, Game Changer. Melody, you already know what it is. Shouts to you on your new adventures. Sigma, I rocks with you too, bro. You made me laugh. I'm gonna say it like this, man. Pick me's all 2021. And once you get the idea of how these women work, what they really do is show their true colors. And basically you could just see a flaw in their logic and you just attack them on it. That's it, and that's all. So otherwise than that, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it loud and proud. Pick me's all 2021. That's it. Go ahead, Sigma.
Okay. I appreciate that. I would just say that, you know, I think that something that we could take from this conversation is that, you know, this word production, I want a producer is being thrown out a whole lot. But actually, when you start to put the microscope on this rhetoric, it doesn't add up to their reality and the actual men that they're choosing to give the best of themselves to. So I think brothers need to start bringing it up. Like, you know, you say you want a producer, but the average dude paying child support is making about $41,000. Now, again, that's an average. So that means that a lot of dudes that are on child support are making less, and then there's some that are making more. But that average is only $41,000. And we know in America, you're damn near not even a successful bachelor with only $41,000. You're barely making it. You're living check to check at $41,000 in most, you know, major American cities. So I think that's something that we can take from that conversation because, you know, again, it always ends up coming that they want one thing, but they give the best of themselves to an entirely different thing. So we might have to find the missing scroll because I think GC is missing at least one scroll. I think that scroll has to be something in regards to the baby mama thing because, again, if Melody was a baby mama, she wouldn't be getting this flack. She wouldn't be getting attacked like that because she still has the options to improve herself and to upgrade herself. That's what they hate. Like, they want you to be in that miserable masses like they're in. So the fact that you're here, you're absorbing game, you're vibing with, you know, thinking black men, that's bad to them because it's like their fantasy, you are still, if you make the right moves going forward, can be a reality. So that's really what it's all about. So you go, you know, GC, you firing that scroll, and I'll chop it up with you guys next time. Everyone be good.
Okay,
bye.
peace. All right, so I'm gonna close out with as I said before, if you ain't fucking pick me's, you ain't fucking shit. You know, they know it. Men are starting to realize that they don't have to put up with the crap that we have been for so long. That, you know, we deserve better, and we will appreciate the women who gives us better and do better for us more. They understand that, and they are not necessarily privy to that. And I can understand why they would be a little perturbed. Some of it is just poor culture. Another is just a curse of being born in the wrong year or century or decade or whatnot. But nevertheless, they find themselves behind the 8 ball. Now, I am hosting movie night on this subject. I am hosting movie night again. It is called Diary of a Tired Black Woman. It will be here. The link is in the link is on my channel. It will be here, and yeah, it's we're gonna watch Diary of a Tired Black Woman. So I hope to see you all there. Outside of that, I would like to thank the Cash Apps and Super Chats. I want to thank the managers and moderators. I want to thank those who listen silently and those who participated in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed and you haven't hit the bell, then hit the bell. This is GameChanger00100. Game over. Peace. Oh, by the way, go ahead and check out another pick me, Chantel. She's doing a stream right now. Here's a link. Strong and Independent versus Barefoot and Pregnant. Now, I haven't heard her yet, but if anybody has a problem with Barefoot and Pregnant, come talk to me. If you know of a better way to have babies and a clean carpet, let me know. You're supposed to be barefoot and pregnant. Peace, and I'm gone.
Peace.